Oh, sweet.
That's good.
Okay, I think it's running. We'll see. Welcome, fellow castigators, to Brotocracy. I forgot what I was saying. I'm here with Jensen and Tommy and Micah. We're playing Pirates
Yo.
Online. It's not a game that exists anymore. It's like a
Well, it does.
little... Well, it exists again. Just not... It's not an official Disney game anymore. It's a fan servers, which is fantastic.
It's better because it's not owned by the mouse.
We've got
That's right.
the week's news to cover. Actually, 2 weeks of news because we didn't do last week. So some of the news that we start out with seems a little bit old. That's why. But I'll try and be efficient. Also, I was playing with the gain on my mic today, and it seemed pretty good. But if it seems to negatively affect volume as compared to everyone else's volume, I don't know, because everybody else was not there to test it. So it is what it is. I apologize if that does not quite work. Okay. I'm being hit. So first thing, Micah had a video. I don't have much to say about it. From
Steven Crowder.
Steven Crowder, that's it. My
Yep.
brain was saying Michael
Louder
Crawford,
with chowder.
and I'm like, it's definitely not
The Chowder Man.
Michael
Chowder.
Crawford.
What?
That's silly.
Michael
Louder
Crawford.
with Crawford.
Yeah, louder with Crawford. Doesn't rhyme at all. But anyway, it's a
Yeah, it makes
video.
sense though. He's a singer.
It's sort of a James O'Keefe style video.
More like James O. I shouldn't say that this
yeah,
early in the
20
in the
minutes. 20 minutes. You can say it in 20
Dang it.
minutes.
All right, you're gonna
Um,
randomly hear it in 20 minutes.
You're gonna hit the 20 minutes mark, and he's just gonna blurt it out.
You watch me.
Oh my gosh.
So James O'Keefe style video
Got a
where
timer
they
set.
talk to the evil man who came up with the COVID mandates, the evil mastermind. Well, he's not much of a mastermind, although he sure
In New York
likes
City.
to think so. And obviously it's very revealing, as those date videos tend to be. Of course, he's not going to face up to anything, even though we have a on-video confession, because, you know, that's just how these things go. But he admits to having quite a lot of sex parties during COVID.
Yeah. He talks
And-
about the power
Yeah.
that he wielded.
How
How great it felt.
basically, yeah, he bragged about how he knew that the mandates were going to make people's lives difficult, basically. And that was his way of control. Because he's like, they're not going to do it voluntarily, so they have to be forced.
Oh my gosh, Chelsea, put your face
He
mask
reveled
on.
in it.
Just very,
Mr.
very evil. So you can watch that video yourself if you would like to. It's not in the links below, but you can look it up.
What's his name? Dr. J. Varma.
Yeah, Dr. J. Varna.
Yep. He pushed for that. All the COVID lockdown stuff and forcing people through
Basically, admitted it
social
was
and
for no reason.
economical. Yep. to
Yeah,
get
pretty
the
much. Just social
bad-
and economic control for his own ends.
Yeah, and
usual.
lots of orgies and drugs, which he said he did that with his wife, and I'm just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, that's a
was-
relationship that'll last for sure.
I No, that's rough.
Like their
so-
orgies.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
like the Diddy parties.
maybe that was one of them. Maybe he's part of it. We can only
Maybe.
hope. Can only hope.
Rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah, so
Yes.
pretty horrible person. And just shows, the small amount of people that revel in, being mini authoritarians, mini kings. So kind of sad. He also did a Crowder confronting, which is also a video that he published after revealing the hidden cams, and he like went and actually physically confronted him and like talked to him for 30 minutes on all the stuff that was discussed in the videos. I haven't watched that yet, so I don't know, but they talked for like 30 minutes. I know that.
Is that like a series
So-
of videos?
Yeah.
Crowder confronting.
Yep. He's confronted a couple different people who've basically like threatened his life or, like call to violence type stuff, and he's just confronted them, be like, "Hey, you said these things. What's up?"
You want to kill me,
Pretty
bro?
funny.
You wanna?
I'm right here, bro.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He hasn't done one in a while, so it's pretty cool. He's doing a lot of the different investigations, and he's like revealing them leading up to the election. Like he's done different investigations with his team. And he's kind of like doing them all, storing them up, and then releasing them so that nobody's like suspicious of him and his team roaming around and just doing journalism and stuff.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. If it's
Yeah.
not time sensitive, yeah, they do that a lot.
Yep. So
So-
he's gonna be putting out a couple more videos, I think, of different stuff
Interesting.
in the future.
Hey,
'cause he
Micah,
did-
I learned something. You have goats, right, Micah?
Maybe.
I learned of a new kind of goat.
We wouldn't want
It's not
anyone to
new.
know
It's,
that.
I
What type
learned
of
of a
goat
type
are they?
of goat. It's been around. It's not new. It's been around since 2012. But they're called spider goats.
What? Spider
They
goat.
are genetically modified goats to produce the proteins that create spider webs in their milk.
Oh, I think I have heard of that.
And
Is that, like,
so
real?
what you do, yes, it's real. You separate the proteins, and the proteins can be woven into light body armor.
What the heck?
So, Micah, what I'm saying is you get these goats, you find a way to separate these proteins, and you basically got free body armor and milk.
Yo. That's crazy. How do you
Interesting.
even
Spider-
get these things?
Spider
These
goats.
spider goats.
I don't know if you can get the spider goats, but if you can, you should.
I'll put that in my repertoire of things to get.
Do it right now.
You want to know what breed of goats I do have?
You got a Nigerians
Yeah. Nigerians.
locked up outside in the rain
In cages.
in cages.
They're actually under a woodshed with a big hay bale, and they're climbing it every day.
Are they happy?
Yeah.
That means there you go. You heard they're happy. YouTube can't hit us on that one.
They're free and open. Well, semi-free.
Just go with that. Just go with it.
Yep, free, open. No fences in sight. All the food and water they could eat and drink. I pet them daily.
Sorry, I'm being boring, Tommy. I have to.
I did this quite already, so
Yeah, I
don't
have to
worry.
tunnel these guys for hair. So stupid.
Ew.
So, first story of the night. Carly Gregg, a 15-year-old girl from Rankin, Minnesota, became a murderer this year.
Why?
So let me
It's
tell
not
you
a
a little
very
bit.
profitable profession.
No, not really.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not
not
a lot you
really.
can do. Unless
You
you're
raise
really
your kid, though.
Poor career choice.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like really good at it.
But then it has to be sustainable too. And the fact that we're talking about her makes me think she's
Where am I
not
going?
murder material.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she got caught.
Yeah, she got
Exactly. Good
She needs to be
murderers don't get caught.
That's a serial killer. Those are good
Exactly.
murderers. Good what they do, murderers.
I don't know where I'm going, Tommy.
Not that the
Sorry.
murder was good, but,
That's why. Are you trying to leave?
No,
you gotta respect the hustle.
Oh my gosh.
just can't
Where are you
remember how to
trying to go?
explain them. I just can't remember how to expand the map on the screen.
Click
Change your
on the
password.
compass in the bottom right hand corner of the compass. There's an old map.
Well, yes, but there's a way to like toggle it on screen.
You just click it.
No, I have that one, but I mean like a big one.
A big one.
I don't remember how to do it. It's okay. I found out where
The
I'm going. here.
biggest one. Big round.
Dude, I cannot sign into this thing.
Skill issue.
How is this possible? Why is it possible?
Why not, you stupid?
Guy threw a bomb at me. I'm distracted. I'm trying to fight a named person. He used stink pot on me. That bastard.
How dare he?
Ooh, loot.
I got hot tea.
So
Autist.
Carly, identified as non-binary,
Of course.
and was
As
known
murderers
for
these days do.
was known
Yes.
for cutting herself whenever she
Oh.
got in trouble with her parents.
Ah, so she's not a very good tattoo artist either.
No, she's not.
I don't think that was the point of that. I think that was
She's an artsy.
likely
Artsy
some
girl.
type of
Oh, come on. She does it for attention.
She's
Sure.
not going well mentally.
probably
Yeah, not mentally well.
probably some kind of emotional control thing there. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Well, I went the wrong way.
Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry, I turned around to farm the guy with the name.
Oh, I cannot sign into this game, bro. I'm gonna do something.
You'll figure it out.
I'm gonna do something in Roblox.
Just
You just
Are you serious right now?
Reset the password.
I'm gonna do CS:GO surfing in Roblox.
reset the password.
I did. It still doesn't work.
Wait, what?
Did you have caps lock
Just
on?
after you reset it,
Maybe.
did you
I don't
check
know.
your email for the password reset thing?
Yeah. I guess I'll reset it again. This is crazy.
At one point, she was in something called equestrian therapy.
Does that have to do with horses?
Yes, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact, yes.
It's where the bronies go.
Newbie.
Because apparently she was experiencing auditory hallucinations.
That's good.
Yes.
What was she hearing?
I don't know.
Demons.
Probably something like Kill, kill.
Killed him.
Careful there, careful.
Yeah.
Get careful there, Tony.
Whoa.
Careful, Tony.
Oh, did I figure it out? Nope. Still didn't do that. Okay. So she needed to be in a straitjacket.
Yeah, she was also on antidepressants, which is wild. Actually,
I don't know.
Huh?
Antidepressants are kind of a double-edged sword, I feel like.
Depends.
I mean,
Because it like helps you out in the short term, but doesn't it like reduce your
Oh yeah, it
brain
can screw you.
chemicals?
It can screw you up mentally.
It can, but sometimes the side effects are better than what's going on.
yeah, it really depends on the person, but in most cases, it's not good in like suicidal people, because the problem is the extremes. So it makes you experience these very high highs, and then it drops you straight back down to the lowest of lows, thus putting you, albeit temporarily until you take more, in an even lower place. So it's better and it's worse.
Oh.
And the problem is, the problem with that, I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. You would just keep taking them. But the problem is they stop working after a while, as all medications do. And you have to go and find others.
Not all the time. I know of people who take some that have taken the same ones their whole lives. Some bodies are just different.
Some.
Just built different.
Some being the operative word.
Yeah,
With most,
it all
that's the way
depends
it
because
works.
each antidepressant's going to react with your body differently.
Right. So it's a risk-reward kind of thing, because you can't actually tell. So it's like, take these drugs, experiment. Good luck. Hope you don't become more suicidal. So, I mean, yeah.
We are becoming
like,
better at that, though, so
good
there
luck.
is some less work. But, yeah. It has gotten a lot better because you can actually do some blood tests and figure out which ones would work better with your DNA and stuff. So
Carly began smoking weed,
Oh no, bro.
vaping, and using burner phones to get various types of drugs. A friend of hers
Nice.
became concerned with this, as you would, and reported these things to Carly's mother. Carly's mother was thankfully smart enough to pretend to discover these things and not, implicate the friend. Carly's solution was to take the .357 Magnum her mother kept in her nightstand and use it to shoot her mother in the head.
Oh.
interesting solution.
Oh.
Very, very interesting.
See how that
Okay.
plays out for her.
Carly then summoned the aforementioned friend and showed her the body.
The buddy.
The friend went to the backyard to panic,
As you do.
as you do. And that's when the stepfather came home. Because
Whoops.
Carly had used her mother's phone to lure the stepfather back.
Wow. Okay. It just keeps going.
So he opens the door and she shoots him in the shoulder.
Ooh.
But bro is not down. At this point, she has 2 shots left. by the way, because she missed 2 of the shots she put in her mother, so then she had 3 shots, and then 1 shot in the stepfather.
What?
Sorry, that was kind of confusing. But trust me, the math checks out.
So she tried to do the headshot and missed twice?
Yes.
Bro.
I think I'm
I
lost.
can actually say this skill issue
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there we
for
go.
real.
F8, that was it.
I don't think she's ever heard aim for... What is it? Aim for center mass.
I don't think someone who's not hopped up on drugs would,
Well, this is a
if mental
Yeah.
problems, would be looking that up.
this is a mentally ill, druggy 15-year-old. You can't expect her to wield a magnum very well. But the stepfather managed to wrestle the gun out of her hand, punch her to the floor, summon the authorities, and survive.
And then shoot her.
which I think is pretty cool, actually. I mean, just no, he did not do that.
Okay. That's rough.
But he had, I mean, he had a magnum wound in him, and and bro fought. Very nice.
Fought hard.
Tanked it.
Wait, so was she living with them?
Well, yes, she's 15.
Yes.
She's a minor.
Oh. Hmm. Well.
Damn.
Don't really know. I mean, I'm glad he's not dead and he restrained this woman. I don't really know what you could do at that point.
I'm so lost. I hate Padres del Fuego.
What server are you guys in?
Fuego.
Huh?
What server are y'all in?
Your mom's.
I think it's the most populated one.
Second most populated one,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Cortos.
No, it started with an A. It might be the most populated now.
Oh yeah, it was in A. That's right.
Indaba.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, Indaba. That's right. Correct.
Oh.
So, Mom was... Little takeaway there I want to mention. Mom was smart to carry and have a magnum in her possession. Not smart to have it at such ready use and easy access with a mentally ill person in the house.
Yeah.
Especially one that
bit.
is so consistently angry at you and consistently doing crazy and screwed up things. Just an idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the best ideas. Go and check my friends.
I'll invite you
My
to
friends.
Cody in a second.
My friends.
I think my map is glitching out.
Who's friend?
Oh. My friend.
I don't
Where's
know.
your friend?
I'll just go in random places and see if I get there.
I can crew invite.
So,
Oh, there it is.
understandably, on September 20th, Carly Gregg was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Nice.
You can see
How old was he?
You can
Old
see,
enough
15.
to go to prison.
15? It's going to get overturned.
Well,
I
that's
think so.
that's what they're going to try and do. So her attorney has requested a new trial on the grounds that she was not given a fair trial because her absence of prior violence and her good school record were not taken into account. Allegedly.
Your
Yeah.
kid's school record. Yeah.
Which I think is funny. These are kind of the types of things that you would usually bring up in the case of like trying to get a misdemeanor waived. Usually, because you go, they'll never done anything before, so you can
I'm
say,
upstanding citizen,
you
law
know,
abiding.
maybe this is a one-off. You scared him
I,
straight.
I just
It's all right.
executed the person who birthed me, okay? I'm not in danger to anybody else. No. Can
Yeah, but for murder, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I also think it's interesting that the insanity plea did not work. I thought that was.
what?
I guess the
Oh
woman
my.
who was representing the state did a really good job. There, I don't know, but there's this really funny picture down in the article below of her talking emphatically and like pointing, and the caption says, "Is that the face of an insane person?" I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. Do we have a picture of this woman's face?
Yeah, down in the link.
All right,
Check
I'm
it
gonna go
out.
look at it and then discern whether I think that looks crazy or not.
I mean, she looks like kind of like
Investigate.
a normal, ugly 15-year-old girl to me. I don't know what to tell you. Although I thought it was interesting. She was crying at the guilty verdict, but the very next day at the sentencing, she was like smiling and laughing. It just kind of like,
That's the stages of grief, maybe.
like that's doesn't seem very
That helps a bit with the insanity
remorseful.
plea, actually.
Yeah, it would, except it was too late in the game for that at that point. Because at sentencing, there's no jury involved at that point.
Jensen, you're in the wrong server.
Dang it. Can you invite me?
Back, you foul beast.
And because you're in a different server.
Which server are you in?
Wow.
Indaba.
I don't know which of us is doing worse.
I don't remember how you change servers.
Hit M, as in Mike.
Yeah, I'm there.
Hit that little arrow down button. And that's
Whoa.
Yeah, I forgot that arrow is really hard to find. What
Oh
was it
no,
again?
yeah, she looks crazy.
Indaba.
Indaba?
Yeah, Andaba.
It's loading.
Yeah, she looks pretty
But
crazy.
yeah, I mean, no. Either way, clearly no remorse at all. So I guess you could, depending on how you feel looking at her, you could say that's insanity. You could say maybe she's just a bitch. It's up to you.
I'd say there's some mental instability that's been compounded through heavy drug use and bad influences.
Yep, I think.
She's the Joker, baby.
So I think she probably belongs in prison. Because, I mean, there's no point in trying to do any kind of mental help situation unless you can prove that she was like on heavy enough drugs at the time that she might have been skewed, or you can prove that there was some sort of not good reason, because obviously there's not a good reason, but some sort of understandable reason, like if the parents were abusive or something. But the her defense line was She loved her family. Everybody in her family loved her. Everything was perfectly normal and happy flappy, and this was a big fluke. So I guess if by their terms, there's nothing you could really do for her. And, you know, so it's fine if she goes to prison because there's no difference there. As long as she's off the streets, you know what I mean?
It's not a danger to the public.
Yeah, as long as she's not a danger to the public, I don't care where she goes. I'm just saying, I don't think there's any point in retreading this trial because
Yeah.
unless you know, unless her attorneys were lying, which is a possibility, then it's not going to make a difference. It just doesn't. It just doesn't.
I
Matter.
mean, if the parents didn't do anything to like slight her in a, you know, abhorrent way, and she just executes her mom and tries to kill her dad, I feel like that's just, I don't think you can come back from that. Like, your character, like, unless you're like absolutely insane, which in that case you still should be locked up, but for a different reason. Either
Right.
way, you can't be trusted to not harm anybody else because the people closest to you that raised you and, you know, birthed you and stuff like that, you tried to end their lives, and you succeeded in doing that with one of them. So I just like
pretty much.
I straight to jail.
I mean, according to the court transcript, her mother was pretty chill about, you know, confronting her about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, allegedly she was concerned, but she, you know, obviously with everything else she couldn't be surprised. So she kind of, you know, shrugged at it a bit. A caring shrug, if you will. So I can't, I mean, you know, I don't know, maybe there was abuse or something, but probably not,
Yippee.
because
Yep.
the witnesses
I like money.
seem to be saying otherwise.
Money.
Well, I
So,
hope
yeah,
that
I
they
don't know.
don't decide anything different other than her being in jail for the rest of her life because she's crazy. Maybe she can, you know, find a good hobby that pays well in the asylum. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely wish that I knew.
I need Iron Wall Phantom and Centurion ships if we're destroying ships.
I do wish I knew more
Yes.
about the case details and about like the arguments made by the respective lawyers, because it is unusual for a 15-year-old to, especially a female 15-year-old, to be tried more like an adult like that. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, you know, maybe it was unjust, or at least semi-unjust. But A, it doesn't matter because you deserve to be locked up either way, whether it's, you know, mental institution or prison or. And then
Oh, yeah.
B, you know, maybe they just. There's something we don't know about this. Something that really had the jury going, oh, okay. You go away for a long, long time.
Our toast.
We do not believe you are insane. We believe you are hateful. Which is
I
interesting.
believe you did this with your senses. Your faculties of
I mean,
reason.
There is a Twitter link down below with a video of
Hey, yo.
the
What was that? Did you just toot?
No.
How do you do that?
what I was saying, they had a cam in the kitchen, and so you can see her enter the house, go to the room to shoot her mom. It's muted when she shoots her mom, so don't worry, you're not going to get your ears blasted out by watching it. And then you can see her go back in, text the stepfather. It was funny, she tried to hide the gun from the camera, which I thought was amusing. As if nobody would be able to figure out what just happened.
So
by
she knew
watching
she was on camera.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
That is
But she
so weird.
it was weird. It was very
So what would that be? Not a crime of what's it called? Planning the crime versus the crime
Degree?
of passion.
It's probably second degree.
Second degree, first degree.
I mean, yeah.
It's most likely second degree.
So you think she pre-planned it, or it was like an
First degree
emotional?
would be completely planned and intentional, but that's like days.
Well, she had it. It's a weird argument because it was casual enough that it didn't look particularly planned, but also she had the gun ahead of time.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, second
least
degree is
semi-planned.
intentional. Like second degree is intentional, but it's like you meant to do it, but it's more of a passion thing.
Right.
While
Like in the
third
moment.
degree is manslaughter.
Yeah.
So that's more, and first degree is like legit, just cold-hearted, planned. Like, you know, we knew where he was. We planned this out weeks in advance, type of thing, or days.
I put the safe with the rope above their door, ready to cut it in a Looney Tunes style.
Oh my goodness! Rigged
What
up a
chips did you
piano.
need again, Jensen?
What?
What chips did you need again?
I
no, the
need
videos-
Centurion, Iron Wall, and Phantom.
The video is pretty eerie because she's outside when it starts, and the video is like less than 30 seconds long.
So basically,
Of her-
3 of each kind.
Literally entering the house super casually, walking into her mom's room, taking just a couple of seconds to shoot her, walking into the kitchen, texting the stepfather, with no real sense of urgency or anything. It was very, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's a sociopath or psychopath. I don't know.
You think
man.
she'd be worried about someone hearing the shots or something?
Knock her up, throw away
It was
the
like in a
key.
suburban neighborhood, so
Apparently, there's more. There's the ships are looking forward to the right.
Put her to
Kinda
work.
right. Oh wait,
Oh,
that's Queen Anne's
no.
Revenge up there.
Put her in the coal mines.
It's a harbinger.
oh no.
Kamala
no,
would be proud.
Further up. I see a little skull and crossbones thing.
Kamala
Right.
wants some
Anyway,
prison labor.
it'll be interesting to see if she gets her if she gets awarded her retrial and her good school record is taken into account and justice is done.
There's no way, dude. Like, you got, A's and B's and you were not tardy once. So you doming your mother, 25 years.
Yeah, we'll shorten that.
25 years.
I don't know. Wait, which state is this in? This might determine
This
things.
is Minnesota.
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 Hey, maybe
I don't know the politics of
maybe
Minnesota.
Tim Walz will personally
Balls to the wall.
Pardon.
pardon Carly Gregg.
Yo, there's no way. Dude, there was so much fence sitting in that debate. They're like, yeah, I like this guy. No, I agree with him, but actually he's stupid. And I was like, what?
Well, actually, let's talk
Actually,
about that
you
for a
son of
second.
a bitch.
I forgot to yeah, we were supposed to open talking about the debate. I did forget about that. So let's talk about that. Tim Walz. He looked scared the whole time. The whole vice president debate last night. He looked scared.
Likes to gaslight people.
And
Great.
and they were just I mean, J.D. Vance showed himself to be a great arguer, but there were so many times where it was like Tim Walz set up himself. It was magnificent. Like, he kept getting himself. With the whole lying about where he was during the China thing, he got himself, just talked himself right into a circle. Like, he just turned around and bit himself in the butt. Like a weirdo. And then, like, they were talking about gun control.
Like, I have a gun.
And he was like, I have a gun, and he mentioned...
I have a gun.
He was saying that, in Finland, they don't have these school shootings, even though they have lots of guns. So obviously, there's something we can learn from that. And he didn't say what it was. And it was like, okay, so obviously, like, thank you for making my point for me. It's not the guns. Something else going on, like maybe a mental health crisis or something. And then later on, when he realizes he's got no real solution for this, he goes, well, sometimes it's the guns. He just straight up says
we need to have red flag laws.
It's like, you fool, what are you talking about?
No weapons of war. That's not necessary. Yeah, he's not.
He just got himself so many times.
I think he was trying to be like middle of the road to appeal to more people, but then he realized that in doing so kind of negates him getting elected because he doesn't have like principles to stand on. He's just no solutions besides getting rid of the guns.
I mean, he really
I don't know
didn't
what he
have
was doing.
solutions for basically anything. Like, he just kept standing there and going, well, this is a problem. It's like, well,
So anyways,
yes,
I'm from Minnesota.
and
My balls.
Well, I have a gun. Kamala has a gun. I support red flag laws, which is an infringement on what's it called? Search and what's it called? Due process, search and seizure or something or other. Is
Yeah.
it Fifth Amendment?
Fourth Amendment.
Fourth Amendment. Yeah. It goes like throws the Fourth Amendment out the window because of, some random Joe Schmo being like, oh, this guy looks dangerous. Or
We think this guy's
Fucking
mentally
right.
unstable.
yeah. And then they take all your guns, and then after the fact, they're like, oh, okay, now we can investigate whether or not he's actually dangerous.
No, you have to prove that you're not. It's not they don't investigate. It's your job to prove it.
Oh,
Which
dude,
is also a violation
that's-
of the
it's gay.
Constitution.
It's gay. Because the burden
That's
of
even
proof
worse.
should not be on you at all if you haven't done anything.
right. Red flag laws, absolute garbage.
Garbage.
There's so many
Complete
shit.
garbage you wouldn't believe.
Wouldn't believe. So yeah,
And,
I mean, he supports that.
Hey, Queen Anne's Revenge.
Yeah.
When he says, I have a
already
gun,
been hit.
it doesn't
Oh.
mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
We
It's just,
take-
I wanna have a gun, but you shouldn't, because you'll shoot
Ooh,
each
there's the
other.
ships I'm looking for near
And
Cuba.
I just use it to
Yeah,
shoot
Cuba.
quail.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Cuba? Cuba's up
And
there.
J.D. Vance
remember
was
what they-
spectacular. I
Iron
had
Wall,
not-
Centurion, Phantom.
had not really been impressed with him up to this point. I hadn't been unimpressed, but I was just kind of, I don't know, middle of the road on him. Because all we'd seen so far was a few speeches from him that were not particularly interesting, not particular zingers, It's not like
Yeah.
Ramaswamy, who was going up there and was like, "End the Fed!" Unprompted. That was a lot more interesting. But no, J.D. Vance nailed it. He's spectacular at arguing. Who knew that the man with a Indian lawyer as a wife would be good at arguing? But
Oh, yeah.
but here
imagine.
we are.
Yeah, he's solid, but he I mean, he's just not like this outsider, more like a caricature type of deal, like coming in outside of politics type. He's your standard politician, like thematically, I guess, or aesthetically, and he's kind of dry, but I mean, he's pretty much, like, from everything I've heard of him, he's pretty spot on about most issues. He cares about, the general public and listening to feedback and stuff like that. So he's a solid pick to counter Trump's kind of super bombastic, out of left field type of, the way he acts and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Right. J.D. Vance
It's-
is great.
it's just a
but
little
he's not
dry.
making headlines.
right.
But I mean, that's
But
that's
you
where
need that.
that's where you just got to team up properly.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your good cop, bad cop. JD's the good cop.
Yeah, and any kind of team you need that kind of steady hand that's not going to be super crazy
Or
in
he's
order to
Phantom.
kind of steer the ship.
Yep.
Or not steer the ship, but like do maintenance on the ship, and then the captain can like start doing donuts, or like Star Trek.
All right, I got all my Phantom ships.
What's the guy who does the maintenance in Star Trek? The
I just
ships.
need
Scotty.
Ironwall and Centurion.
Scotty could be like a Scotty, maybe, to the captain, whatever his name is, not Spock,
Spock.
but
Spark.
Park.
Spark.
Yeah, Spock would be the more accurate simile.
So Spock and
I went too far.
Spock to Trump's Kirk,
yeah, exactly. Boom.
for sure.
I solved it.
And see, that's
So,
where
yeah.
I could see later on a Vance Ramaswamy ticket
Oh yeah.
being
Ooh.
a good thing, because then you have the same roles. You're just swapped, where Vance is the headliner and then Ramaswamy's the crazy guy.
And Vance is used to dealing with Indians, right? So perfect fit.
Oh my goodness! Just
Wow.
had to say that.
What, it'd be good partners.
You said Centurions?
Yep.
I see some.
Ramaswamy.
Centurion. I need 2
Ramaswamy.
Centurions and 2 Iron Walls.
Yeah, it was actually a very enjoyable debate, which is good,
Well, I'm glad
because the last one was just frustrating and annoying. And Vance held his own really well.
Oh, there's 2.
Really
Perfect.
stuck it to him, got him to admit that his balls don't work. Fabulous stuff overall.
Hey yo.
All right, I just need Iron Wall now.
Very funny.
Did
Straight ahead.
Trump and
Straight
Kamala only
ahead.
had one debate, right?
Yeah, just one. And that's probably all we're going to get, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So lame. Kamala is so lame.
Yeah, I'm not pleased about that. I think it's... I really think it's unfair to the American people. I know
Yeah,
that we
Trump
don't...
held his own so well in that environment.
Yeah, considering it was a trap, it went fairly well. But it went badly enough that I was not enjoying it at all. This vice president one was a lot of fun.
I mean,
The moderators,
yeah, I don't
the
know.
moderators weren't completely true to their word, but for woke
One
moderators,
of them looked pretty nice.
they were not too bad. They had a few times, like when they accidentally fact-checked Vance after they said that they weren't. That was kind of bad. But as far
That
as, moderators.
That was
are
funny that
listening to.
Walls was like looking at the moderators like, yeah, fact check, right? They, they fact check this and fact check that. Huh? Huh? And he's just looking at him like, come on, say something. Moderators are like, we can't say anything.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Sorry about
He
that.
was like, they fact checked Trump on that.
Oh
He
yeah.
said that
I
multiple
got all my
times.
stuff.
They fact checked Trump though. Mm,
He needed a
come
lifeline.
on. Yeah. Wanted to call in.
There's a bounty hunter on the starboard side.
I thought it was entertaining. And man, I'm
it's
amazed that
entertaining.
Wall's career has gotten this far, since he always looks so frightened when having to go up against someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like just not
Don't
a
hurt
very
me.
strong personality at all.
Oh.
And he did so much time. He did so much like standing there and shaking his head, and it was like, okay. So you agree with him?
So,
Like I think he was gonna vote for Vance after that.
yeah, the Giga Chad versus Soy Jack video where he's just frowning really summed it up. The stupid filter.
The two of you on the port
Yeah.
side are on the wrong side.
I
don't
wasn't.
know what
I
we're
wasn't really
doing.
paying attention. I was just
Fair enough.
shooting at whatever went by.
Sentry Hawk.
It was really just kind of covering the side, if anything.
Oh yeah.
If you see Navy
will
Vanguard
start
shoot at
blasting.
that, I need those.
Start blasting.
Well, time to.
Anyway, I started blasting.
So, any more opinions on that debate, or are we good?
Didn't watch it. Didn't care.
Oh,
Well,
so
you
lame.
should watch our video on it then.
Sure. I'll totally do that.
But we did such a fabulous job, Tommy. Don't you love us?
Sure.
I wouldn't watch it.
Well, that's encouraging to our viewers.
Well,
Maybe
I mean, I was
watch this
there, so like, why would I watch it again, bro?
Okay.
And
Whose side
the
do you want me
debate was
on?
like, it was
I'm
like
going to
robust, but it was kind of dry.
David.
I don't know. I think I'm just so used to watching Trump
Yeah, I
debate.
think you're used to
and, like-
people just being really nasty with each other, and because like the Republican debate was like all low blows. It was all just like nasty insults and
The curtains.
just throwing
That's
stuff at each
awesome.
other's faces. It was just really vicious. But last night's
now they're all
debate was
buddy-buddies.
super polite, like
Yeah.
almost comedically
Where'd he go?
polite. Like when JD Vance was like, just slowly turned to the moderators and was like, "May I respond to that?" I thought that was so funny. Like Trump would have just cut in and be like, "Wrong.
Excuse me.
Listen,
Ignis. This
I'm
guy.
I'm allowed to retort." That's what he would have said.
He's an idiot.
He said, "I'm allowed to say something," but Vance was like, "May I? May I please,
May
mommy?"
I butt in here? Please. Yo.
So I thought that was funny. It was
Yeah.
just very polite. Which didn't help Walls look stronger at all.
No, not really. Die, ship,
Huzzah.
die.
Okay, so
Let's go.
some legislation was being put through the U.S. House of Representatives to deport any illegals who have committed sex crimes.
Okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
should be a pretty uncontroversial idea,
You know?
all things considered. But wouldn't you know it, The Republicans said yay with 215 votes, and the Democrats said nay with 158 votes. And so it passed because thankfully there are at least 51 Democrats with balls who were actually willing to go against the party propaganda. And went for it. Which
I don't
is
understand
excellent.
how you would argue against that. I mean, unless there's like hidden.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Unforeseen
Yeah, I
laws.
want people to like do sex crimes,
Yeah.
but
I'm glad that it's making it to the next tier, but this still really boiled my blood because that's still 158 Democrats who are like, no, we want the American people to continue being raped. Like, that is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Take those 158 people and fire them immediately.
into the sun, out of a cannon.
Yes.
Like,
The only
how
argument I could think, or
superbly
like,
unacceptable.
only thing I think is maybe they put something else in the bill that's like not involved with that thing, because sometimes they do that because the bills are humongous.
Yeah,
That would be the
maybe.
only reason, but I mean, I
Less
doubt.
likely because it's a bill coming from the Republicans.
I am Purple
but
Man.
Possible,
Right.
certainly.
Yeah, that would be the devil's advocate type deal, but I doubt it. So
Yeah.
Kamala's gonna just like strike it down basically because she's stupid.
Probably.
Or no, Joe Biden.
Yeah, probably.
I guess Joe
but
Biden's
for
still
now-
the president, right?
Yeah, technically. So yeah, it probably won't work, but I mean, hey, nice try. Good to see. Like Vance says, you start with deporting the criminals, just makes sense. Still 158 of those people who just obviously don't give a damn about anyone. Like, just, you know, like
Not the
I'm surprised
not
that
the
there's really
illegals.
this was really just not part of the news cycle at all. Like, this should be the big thing that everyone's talking about is, oh my gosh, there's 150 of these people who don't care if you get sexually assaulted on the street. Like,
yes.
what a bunch of tyrants and traitors. Like, you treasonous bastards. Obviously only care about
do you-
yourself.
How do you get over there?
You have to give it a second after it's hooked.
Hope you boys are ready.
So anyway, that really
I'm probably
pissed
gonna
me
die.
off to
I'm not on the ship at the moment.
high
Yeah, give me a
degree.
second.
I'm here. Where's there's yeah.
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 I hate the polarization of politics that has turned what should be very no-brainer situations into
Whatever.
something that's disputed for no reason at all. You know, like if you dropped this problem in a room of our full of our forefathers, like, it would be unanimous. There would be no 158
yes.
outliers.
Well, I
They
mean,
would-
if they wouldn't have to
They would
pass all
shrug
these,
and they would be like, duh. What?
they wouldn't have to pass all these
Why would we do anything
laws
else?
or whatever if they just enforce the laws on the books.
Right, exactly, because this
They
is
call it illegal for a reason.
yeah. They wouldn't even be here to rape anyone.
Right.
Speaking of
You
which,
have to apply the laws equally.
Jensen, I need you to get
Yeah.
the sound effect ready.
All right.
Speaking
Okay.
of which, there's another country that has the same problem, and that would be our favorite, England. But England, having much more illegals, and illegals from certain areas, that they have this problem to an unfathomable degree. This
Rape?
shall disturb you. Yes. The
Oh, no.
Metropolitan Police report that in 2023, rape was reported every single hour in London.
Oh my gosh.
The entire year. Every
Yo.
single hour.
And it's
Rape
popular.
was reported in London. Think about how insane that is. Think of the statistics of that. I mean, almost everyone there must know someone who that happened to. No wonder people are getting angry and riding around and throwing bricks and things. You would too.
If only they had some sort of tool that could easily protect themselves and be a force multiplier against an assailant with
Could
that
you
who's
imagine if
stronger
they
than
had
you.
some kind of weapon? Boy, that would be really
What?
interesting, wouldn't it?
Oi, oi, oi.
Self-defense legal? What? Without a license, mate?
You need a license for that self-defense here?
You got a license for living, mate?
Oi, oi.
It's a brown person. They have more right to live than you, don't you know?
Such
Holds
a
up
joke.
a color swatch booklet
Yeah.
from Lowe's.
Like, yeah, you pass.
But no, that is over 8,800 incidents being reported that year, more than doubling rape charges since 2022. So just in that tiny amount of time, they got in such an influx of people of a certain culture that they more than doubled it, almost tripled this thing.
Dang.
In fact, London has experienced almost 20,000 cases between 2018 and 2023. A quarter of all cases involving victims under the age of 17.
Oh my gosh.
Quarter of that.
Oh,
Quarter
Agreed.
of that.
holidays.
Holy crap.
And if you average that out, and this is really interesting, if you average those numbers out, that would be a rape every 26 minutes and 30 seconds over the past 6 years.
Yeah.
Think about that. Beyond
Britain
unacceptable.
population. Look up the population of Britain.
Every 26 and a half minutes. What? That's like how often a mosquito dies in England.
Okay, so you said in what, 5 years there's been 20,000
6.
rapes? 6 years, 20,000 rapes?
Yes.
Okay, the UK's population right now is almost 70,000.
Oh?
So, wait, how much percentage of the population has been raped?
Hey, Tommy, we need a board of frigate ship or sink
How
one.
do you calculate that? 20%?
When you
20,000?
want to. No rush, I guess.
Although,
I'm chasing some bounty hunters. Don't shoot the
Oh,
ship of the line.
Why?
Because if
I
the
for-
other person docks, it's going to attack us.
how many people live in London?
I forget the
Trying to hit the hunter.
'Cause this
the
is
formula
just-
to translate into percentage, but
Where'd they go?
Because this is just London statistics. This isn't even the whole country.
oh, this is just London that's been raped 20,000 times?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
so
a galleon. There we go.
What's the population of London?
I need to board that.
Holy. Oh my gosh, it's worse than I thought. Let me check.
Yeah, man.
London.
A rape every 26 minutes and 30 seconds over the past 6
Jeez.
years.
Yo, there's
Come
only
on.
19,000 people in London, dude.
Everyone's
Wait a
had
sec-
it happen to them. Everyone.
Twice.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, that's all I had to do. Didn't
Oh
even
my
have to-
gosh.
This doesn't make. Okay,
That's what I'm
something
saying.
must be wrong
Think
there.
of the atmosphere. Think everyone must know someone who this has happened to. They must know many people this has happened
There's no way this is like actually factual.
to. You can look at it yourself. This is now listen to this. It gets even crazier. So you're probably thinking there's no way that this is factual. Oh, it's the
I'd make
Metropolitan
a doc
Police.
on any wild island.
Metropolitan Police scuffing their numbers, BBC scuffing their numbers, and you'd be right. But they're going to scuff the numbers in favor of them. So actually, the problem is worse. Listen to this. London's rape crisis centers report that only 1 in 6 women bother reporting the rape. Meaning that these numbers are only
Bruh.
the tip of the iceberg. So this isn't just citizens being raped. This is migrants raping each other. This is tourists getting raped like crazy. I mean, this is an
Dang.
insane amount of people. Because apparently the number of rapes surpasses the number of London's population, which is an insane thing to think about.
Some people are probably getting raped multiple times.
Probably.
That's the only way these numbers make sense. Okay, so it says close to 20,000 reported sexual crimes in London last year. So just in 1 year, close to 24,000 or 20,000 sexual assaults and or rapes in London with a population of 10,000. Huh?
One victim reported to the BBC that the police tried hard to convince her that it was her fault. And when she
Oh my
handed
gosh.
when she handed her phone over, and according to the Rape Crisis Center, this is a common thing. When she handed her phone over so that they could get the evidence she had gotten off of the phone, oh, the phone conveniently managed to break entirely. Too broken to even operate a little bit. Couldn't even turn it on. How about that? And they never got anything off of it. The whole thing was dead in the water.
Definitely not suspicious at all.
So yeah, don't hand your phone directly to police. Make sure you copy your evidence. Don't assume you can trust police. I mean, that's just good advice either way.
The police in Britain are just a joke. They don't uphold any civil rights, in my opinion. So they're not for you. They're for the authoritarian regime that is controlling you.
No, totally. I mean, they don't
I
carry
would
weapons.
just-
They're not there to defend the people.
Yeah, I would take
Absolutely
justice
not.
in your own hands, however you see fit in Britain,
In Minecraft.
in Minecraft, obviously. But yeah,
Oh, there's another ship in
Yeah,
front
these
of me.
numbers are staggering. It's difficult to even comprehend
Oh, that-
exactly how all this works. I mean, just
10,000 people in London, 20,000 rapes in London. You do the math.
right. Like just
They're just not reporting it
It's
because
just-
obviously they're getting raped so much. They're like, ah.
it's just in
Yeah, why bother?
well, nothing.
Whatever.
No one ever gets prosecuted.
For me, it's
nothing
just
ever comes of
Tuesday.
it.
As a
It's
British
just another
person, you know, it's just another
It's just
Tuesday. How you
Ain't
Tuesday,
it?
mate? You'll get raped.
Get right
Dude,
on the
And I like to make it better for myself by scheduling the rape so I can at least not have my whole day ruined.
Ah,
I like to schedule it at the end of the day
in the day.
so I
In
have
the back
everything out of
alley.
the way and no part of my day is ruined.
It's just amazing to
Why
me
are
that
you-
it doesn't have a worse reputation than it does. You think that this would
Well,
give it, like, I mean, this is the propaganda machine, you know, really clearly at work. That the BBC can report this. The BBC themselves can say this out loud, and it's just, this isn't like the big world news. Nobody cares. Because, boop,
I
they're
know.
brown people. Who cares? Forget it.
Yeah, it's just the new
Brown.
normal.
It's absurd. It's beyond unacceptable.
Also,
absolute
presumably,
tyrants.
it's a 50-50 between women and men in London, right?
Starmer.
It's
and-
doubled the population is being raped. So, statistically speaking, a large male population is being raped too.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
means
no.
Well, I mean,
that means at least half of these immigrants are gay.
That's what I'm saying.
well, I mean,
For the British anyway, illegal immigration is literally gay.
Exactly.
people from certain
Gay rapists.
Middle Eastern and African countries don't tend to be particularly picky.
Okay,
Sure.
still gay
A hole's
though.
a hole.
Still gay. I mean, yeah, there's some
I
African
agree.
places that bang donkeys, but not gay dude donkeys because that would be gay.
Yeah, don't do the dude donkey.
It is a thing. I can't remember where.
That
But
is,
they-
As long as you
screwed
do the
donkeys.
female donkey.
is something. Oh,
There's gay rapists in Lincoln Park. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide
don't
your
visit England.
husbands.
Don't live in England. Move out of England. It's not worth it. Like all the patriots out there, I admire you, but just it's lost. Get out.
Move to
It's-
England elsewhere.
It's not worth it if you're gonna get raped multiple times during your lifetime. Especially
Yeah,
if
man.
you can't
That's
defend
for
yourself
prison.
and there's not gonna be any justice for it. Like, not worth it. Even Australia
That's
would
pretty
be
whack.
better than this.
Yeah. I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah. Well, and that's saying something. That's why I said it.
Hunt on the right side.
Making Australia look nice, which is impressive. Oh, okay.
Australia.
So another thing is a man in England named Rakeem Thomas is
It's
acquitted
fallen
of
into the river.
attempted murder after... You really need to stop interrupting my headlines. You don't know what I'm going to say. I mean,
Living on the edge.
you don't want to be joking when I'm like, oh, he tried to murder a
Is
guy.
that an offensive joke though that he's fallen into the river?
No, it's not an offensive joke. I'm just saying, like, you
It
don't
is
know
a
what
very
I'm gonna
niche
say next.
joke of anybody who's seen a Lego commercial from the early 2000s. All right.
It is. No, nobody fell into the Thames.
Dang it.
Not this time.
Oh, I didn't fall into the Thames.
Oh, pussy me.
You're only allowed to do that on Tuesdays.
Yeah, the bean.
Can't be doing this. Can't be having with this. But no, he got in a fight with a dude on the train, Rakeem, and he just went, he took out a huge knife. It was so big that a lot of articles have reported it as a sword. It was not a sword. It was just a spectacularly big knife.
Is it a machete?
No, it was not quite a machete. It was like
One of those
just-
Rambo knives?
Just, yeah, kinda. Yeah, close. Just kinda under that machete length. And thinner, too.
As you do.
But he just got in a fight with this random man for some unknown reason. Stabbed him on the train multiple times, trying to kill him. Kept saying, oh, it was either him or me. And the judge ruled it as self-defense, despite all of the witnesses on the train saying otherwise, and despite all the witnesses on the train getting this on video.
There's video of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I need to watch this video. Is this public?
Yeah, it's public, so you'll be able to find it pretty easy. I mean,
I'll be the one to judge.
obviously a lot of it will be blurred, but I mean,
Ooh, look
this,
at
this breaks so
that
many
dude's
laws.
hair, bro. What the?
Yeah, he's looks like a crazy person.
It's
This
like
does not
it's like
look
a
like
bow
a-
tie on top of his head.
Okay. Does not seem to be a
It's
particularly
crazy.
sane individual. Oh, Rakeem. Our old buddy Rakeem.
Rakeem. You see? Oh, they don't have the video.
Pretty wild stuff. I mean, when you find the video, it's going to be largely blurred anyway. It's not particularly good video. It just shows a man lying on the ground, not doing anything, and the other one stabbing him incessantly. Clearly not a particularly fair fight. And
Yeah.
even if you want to call it self-defense, it still violates a number of laws. I mean, firstly,
They don't have self-defense in where they are.
firstly,
They do, but they don't. It's
on paper they do. It's just not ever respected
It's
in court.
arbitra.
What was I saying? Anyway, first of all, just the rule of, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the rule of the uneven fight, you know?
Mhm.
Like when you're fighting with fists, you can't pull out a gun. It's that kind of thing. Like that doesn't, that usually will not fly in court, even in
It
America.
depends. It will in America. It can. It depends on
It
the
depends.
situation. If they pull out a knife, you're more than welcome to pull out a gun.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if you get in an argument with someone in the train and you shoot them, that's not gonna go over.
Or there'll be a warship
It's not
after
fair.
us.
It's not fair. They spawned the warship behind us.
And then also,
Okay.
he's obviously
Okay, bro.
not. We all know how England feels about knives. He was not supposed to be having the knife. I mean, even in America, conceal carrying a knife of that size
Depends on the state.
would
but
not
yeah.
have gone down. I mean, this was. I'm drawing a comparative to London laws, so
Yeah.
like think of if
Oh
this
my, that is a
happened
big
in
knife.
like New York or DC or something, right?
Snoopy.
That would not have gone down. So it tells you something. I mean, it's incredible to me that in England, a man carrying around a letter opener that looks like the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda, threatening no one, can get 2 years in prison. But a man who got in an argument on the train and tried to stab a guy to death just walks. Like, you absolute clowns. England has no sense of justice. They are one of the least consistent countries I've ever seen when it comes to trying to carry out justice.
Please tell me how many hunters are after
Yeah.
us.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
There's a second ship here that's also having hunters. So
It's just ridiculous. So this story,
I got 2 warships and a hunter.
I followed
after
up with
us.
this story because it
one
kind
of
of
the warships
puts it into
hunters-
perspective of how justice is dealt with in England and why these rape numbers are so high. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together with these 2 articles and go, yeah, well, that's how it is then. Which is obviously unacceptable, and I think, unless something insane happened, like an uprising or a civil war or something, I don't think that's ever going to change. I think they're never going to change that on a government level. Not in the amount of time it's going to take to destroy the country anyway. It's just going to take way too long. So I don't have much hope there. I don't mean to blackpill or scare anyone, but
But black.
come on. What are you supposed to do about that?
A black pill. My lawyer told me I can't discuss these circumstances.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see, did I have anything more about England? I don't think I did. Nah, we're good on England this week.
England.
We'll get you back next week, England. Give a round of applause to England.
There's another ship of the line on our butt.
So the DOJ...
Job, England.
The DOJ releases an open letter from the attempted Trump assassin, Ryan Routh, that offers $150,000 to anyone who can nab Trump.
So funny they released that instantly. They're like, oh,
they were like, oh, we can't.
Public needs to see this.
We have to silence
bounty.
all the other manifestos because we don't want to encourage people, but a bounty on a president? Yeah, we'll get that out right away. Yeah, pretty suspicious. I feel like, you know, I don't know everything about the DOJ,
Funny.
but I feel like that's pretty against policy to release something like that, or at least right away. Like, am I wrong? Like, that seems like a crazy thing to do. If someone's got a bounty on a presidential candidate like that, you kind of just go, maybe nobody gets to see that for everyone's safety. Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems absurd. I mean, just
yeah.
all the silencing so many manifestos just to get this, like, immediately. No problem. And especially suspicious.
I just have the problem with the
This
consistency.
guy was. I mean,
I saw a photo
He's
of
definitely not
that.
paying
he's
it.
like
SKS.
homeless.
It made me want to cry. It was so sad.
What?
I saw a
The
photo
modded
of
out gun.
SKS, and it was so bad
Oh,
in every way, shape, and
He's a
form.
LARPer, dude.
yeah.
LARPing what? Being broke?
No, he's LARPing being like a military genius trying to go fight in the
My
war
brother,
in
Grace,
Ukraine.
he used hose clamps and electrical tape to hold a scope onto a rifle. And then
Well, that's why I'm calling him a LARPer.
And the scope covered the ejection port as well, so it couldn't even eject the casing if it wanted to.
So he has not fired it.
No, it
Like,
wouldn't
that's
have died. And he had a cut open bottle of like hemorrhoid cream at the back as like a sunshade. It looked like a bottle of hemorrhoid cream.
Oh my god.
Like, and he taped that
bro.
to the back end of the scope. Like,
What?
I'm like,
So he didn't. He's not like
Nice.
shot the gun before either.
I mean, he was well within the range of what that weapon's capable of, but I don't think he would have hit that shot. I don't think it was zeroed.
He's probably never practiced with it if the casings weren't gonna fly out.
He would have been
Because you think he'd fix that?
He would have been better off with iron sights. Just, I guess I can't say that. That's never mind.
Also recently, Ryan Routh's son was arrested for having hundreds and hundreds of videos of child touching.
Ew.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Why
Well-
are the people who oppose conservatives always like this? You know, like, wasn't it the same thing with the Texas shooter? His brother was arrested for that kind of thing? Is that
Seems to be a trend.
the same
yeah, but-
garbage?
The Fed tends to plant evidence like that, and they've been caught doing that before. So
That's true, but Ralph is probably their guy, so you know.
so whenever you're like,
Potentially.
oh,
It's not
so-and-so-
his $150,000. We know that.
Alright, time to hit some flagships. You guys ready?
I'll be there in a second. I gotta deliver a
Yes.
bottle of rum.
I'm ready.
Starboard side.
I need
Yep.
one more Marauder,
Yep,
one
yep,
more
yep, 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 yep.
Kingfisher, and one more Vanguard.
Is this shit? I hate it when players do that.
But the DOJ isn't done with its shenanigans. The DOJ is suing the state of Alabama for disqualifying registered voters who were issued non-citizen identification numbers. So basically, Alabama is throwing out any registered voter who's not a citizen. Perfectly reasonable. The Secretary of State, Wes Allen, has been tracking them down, and he has removed over 3,000 so far. And there was some quote for him. He was like, I said this from day one. I'm not going to tolerate non-citizen voting. He was clear on that, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah.
W for
That's good.
Wes Allen.
Did they actively register themselves, or was that like an automatic thing that they registered
No, they actively registered.
on?
They actively registered. So they got non-citizen identification numbers from the government, and then they registered from there. Kind of like the whole
So they were
nonsense
like,
with the app and the Haitians are legal because they went through the app, and it's like, no, it's still in contradiction of the law. That's not how that works. The government can break the law too, by the way. Just for all the CBS moderators out there, I'd like to mention that.
I need to sink a barracuda.
So they're actively,
if you see one, just
trying to
kill it.
sway the diplomatic system, and not like unintentionally doing it. The illegals.
Well,
Interesting.
more like the system is trying to use the illegals to sway things.
Maybe they're doing
obviously,
both. Maybe they're in cahoots.
I mean, think about this. This is...
Maybe they're in cahooters.
Oh.
Well, they are in the sense that they, had those pamphlets at the border that said, vote for Joe Biden. So, kinda. But, I mean, think about this. Citizens not voting is illegal. I mean, non-citizen voting is illegal, and Alabama cannot be punished for upholding the law. And yet the DOJ is insisting on this, trying to pressure them into it. I mean, obviously, they're going to try and steal the election. I mean, I'd try not to be a conspiracy theorist here, but why else would you go out of your way to be up in arms about this? Unless you're like, hey, that was my 3,000 voters for Kamala Harris.
Like, no, don't do that.
Because it's something that's not legal in the first place. It's not really their job to be weird about it.
Epic. A little suspicious.
Pretty suspicious, yeah. The DOJ's just been doing suspicious things all week. Obviously, they deserve to
You're
be
doing your job?
liquefied.
We can't have that.
Yet another three-letter agency that should be liquefied into their useful parts and then diverted into law enforcement, obviously. But that's probably not going to happen. They're going to be our tyrants till the end of time. They're going to successfully get Trump one of these days, and then it'll be over. It'll all be over.
Game over, man.
Jensen, what
The
ship
empire
did you
is
need?
falling.
Barracuda up to the right. Oh, yeah.
So here's an interesting thing. We haven't
You
talked
just need
about
to sink one. That's all.
Sweden in a while. I'm sorry, we don't have a soundbite for Sweden. No.
Barracuda.
We got that Corsair first.
Pretty important. Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden.
Sweden.
They've had a lot of
Sweden.
immigration problems. We talked about them a lot. Not so much recently because it's all kind of the same. But Sweden is trying to fix the problem. In a typical Swedish fashion, they're not doing it as aggressively as they should be. And they are offering 31,000 kroners per person to illegals if they agree to go home. And they're going to be using biometric data so that they can't come back under a different name and get more money. Just so you know, they were ready for that. Just so you know, if a kroner...
Their currency is called kroners.
It is very close to the dollar. It's like 95. Their dollar is like 95 cents of our money. So it's pretty much they're offering $31,000. This is like a million in sorry, I'm tripping over my words. But this is $1 million operation basically because they're going to be offering $31,000 per person, which is crazy. So families would make, serious bank to leave. But a poll has showed, and this hasn't been enacted yet. This won't be enacted until next year. But a poll has showed that 77% of migrants are not interested, despite absolutely hating the Swedes.
For real?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And considering most of the Swedish migrants are Muslims from the Middle East, that's pretty suspicious. Not trying to take over the culture at all.
A little bit.
Not at all. They're not being they're not trying to uphold Sharia law at all. They're not those types. No. This is
$31,000 to leave.
it's crazy,
Sounds like
isn't
a
it?
deal.
No, they're not. That's a lot.
Yeah, if most of them are gonna put it down, it's clear that there are some interesting motives going on.
If it works,
Oh, the pygmy baby
baby.
hippo.
If they actually took it, it would save them more money and more time in the long run.
Perhaps. I don't think it will, though. I mean,
Because they're not, taking the deal.
right. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I don't think it's going to work. This poll seems to...
Oh my gosh, this is
imply that it would be-
adorable.
What?
What about it?
Dude,
He's looking at a baby
it's
hippo.
a pygmy baby hippo.
We've lost him.
Are you...
Oh, I've seen that. That
It's
thing
so
is freaking
cute.
everywhere.
Why are you looking at pictures of baby hippos, Micah?
It's the
Dude,
one
it's
that you
like
see everywhere.
It's
on
like
the
a
freaking
capybara,
internet.
but a hippo.
Yeah.
I didn't know these things existed. What the heck?
Jeez.
He's so cute.
Bye, Micah. It was nice
Okay, what was
knowing
he?
you.
I got
I-
flashbanged with adorable things.
I need one of those kingfishers.
Perfect. Because I'm out here trying to lure out bounty hunters. So,
Excellent. Excellent.
because I always need more ship supplies.
Huzzah! Now I just need one Vanguard at some point.
We've got another person on our crew, or on the ship.
Hooray!
I love having a public ship.
So, a man from Indiana who calls himself Autumn Cordeleone. I think his name is Jonathan or something.
Artem Corleone?
Autumn Cordeleone
Cordeleone.
is...
I thought he was a
he
Godfather, and for a minute there, you know.
He was convicted of strangling his 11-month-old stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter, bro, that didn't even belong to you.
Shoot him. Strangle him.
Oh my.
Publicly? Are you advocating for a
not
public
publicly.
execution?
I don't agree with public execution.
Ah, but where's the fun in
It's
that?
What
Strangle.
about optional public execution? Where you can watch if you want to.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how that works, isn't it?
Like they upload it to a YouTube or something. I don't know.
Relation?
A website.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of people would watch. I think it would catch on.
Maybe.
You could put advertisements on it.
I don't know if everybody
No.
did it. No. There'd be so much of it. The market would be
Doctor Who episode
saturated.
about that. No, I think it would become increasingly popular over the years until it became a big thing. I think that's how
What?
humans are. I think humans are psychopaths like that. I think they would enjoy it.
Public strangulation.
They are. And that's why we had to get rid of it.
Yeah. No, I think it would be a big deal.
We need the Roman Colosseum.
The
Aliens versus
games.
predators.
I'm still for
Hey,
aliens
the
versus
games,
predators. That's pretty good. I will accept that. But no, he.
I mean, they're basically doing that in London, but it's not really working out.
Yeah, because the aliens are the predators. So this is a man who strangled a baby. All right. And
Too much
federal
fixing.
judge.
Yes.
Federal Judge Richard Young rules that the state must pay for Cordeleone's sex change surgery, saying that it's medically necessary
Aww.
and that denying it would fall under cruel and unusual punishment.
You know what is also cruel and unusual? Strangling an 11-month-old.
Precisely. I don't think transgender not getting your transgender surgery falls under cruel and unusual punishment. I don't think that's how that law works. I could be wrong, but that seems odd. I mean, unless he's playing 4D chess and he just wants to like castrate this guy, then this is stupid. You know? Like, unless he's got a secret motive, this is just absolutely retarded.
Hang him by his balls.
There's no reason.
Hang him
that-
by his balls.
There's no reason that taxpayers should be paying for the sex reassignment surgery of a baby murderer.
I'm on the wrong side of the ship.
Like,
My
what
gosh.
kind of world is
I've got
this,
so many people on
people?
this ship. I actually split it down the middle.
Dude, I think
What's
you're
going on
being
here?
super insensitive to his identity. And be more respectful of the baby murderer.
I don't think I owe the baby
You respect the baby
murderer
murderer.
any respect.
Come on. Work with me.
No, you
can't-
definitely do.
I'm not interested in respecting baby murderers personally. Just, you know, just a pesky little principle of mine.
Get off of me.
I think I think people are so used to there being so little consequences for being such a horrible person that they're starting to just like demand things
Yeah, it is odd,
that
isn't
are
it? What's up with that?
completely.
Yeah, I can understand.
I know.
Like,
It's just so I don't understand.
I
You deserve death.
Like, I understand the entitlement of this generation, but what drove it to going so far that they think that they shouldn't have to suffer the law? Like, what in the world? How did that
I
happen?
know that I killed a child, but I want you to spend the taxpayers' money on some weird surface level surgery that's pointless. Ugh, I don't.
What
Well,
is
let's
all
just
that
do
about?
things for the
Um,
because transgenders are much more likely to commit suicide, and they can't. Well, he could still, sexually assault a child, but
Well, like I said, this might be 4D chess,
mm,
which would be okay. But I don't know. If it's not, then this is just a stupid decision. Like, if he really is advocating, if he really is so far up his butt with his politics that he's advocating for the transgender rights of a baby murderer, then this is stupid. But I don't know.
yeah, I'll just invite.
But
chemical castration is a possibility in the right way. Via guillotine.
But it turns out Autumn is pretty ungrateful for this, because he is going to sue the prison for $150,000 for only allowing him to wear a hijab in his cell,
Huh?
because he identifies as
what?
a Muslim woman. So he thinks he should be allowed to wear a hijab, which,
He's
obviously is,
screwing with them.
flabbergasted.
which
Jeez, he's
obviously
just
is a
messing with
problem.
them. This
They're
dude is
just
just
so
unhappy he's
stupid.
in jail, and he's trying to make it as miserable as he can for the system. That's all this is.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Probably. Or he's just a crazy person. Either way, it's stupid to even hear this guy out. Like, he's a baby murderer. He doesn't have rights. Just be like, yeah. Shut the door on him. like what? Why do we have to hear these people
But
out
what if
all
the
the
baby
time?
translocated back into the womb? Hmm?
Translocate him to 7th circle of hell. How about that?
Oh. Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Who is this guy?
Who's who guy?
Lorelei
Wow.
Level
Sunwalker?
16 Prague.
Oh, Lorelei Sunwalker. Yeah, I've got a public ship, so people can just hop on the ship, and I sometimes choose to invite them to the crew.
She's cute. How much you want to bet it's an overweight 30-year-old man?
It's a little midgy. Midge
I
man.
mean, you guys are playing as women too, so
No,
careful.
I'm not.
I said Micah and Jaeden are.
You said
You
you
too.
guys.
I said you too.
And she got some weird tats on her. That's kind of whack.
It's pronounced tits.
Well, both of those things are weird, so.
It has been over 20 minutes, so more like Kevin O'Queef.
Adam.
Got him. I'm disappointed in you, Micah. You said you started a timer.
Oh,
You
I
didn't tell
thought
me.
you did.
I heard you
I
say
was
I'm
just
starting a timer.
No. I just suggested it to you.
I think he was joking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ship of the line. Hello then. I don't want that here. Please leave.
Oh my. Tally ho.
Tally ho.
So, here's something that's interesting. Cincinnati has something called a cookie poll for presidential elections, where they sell cookies in the shape, or, well, with the image of the presidential candidates. And the cookie poll then predicts who is going to win in the election. And the cookie poll has successfully predicted every election since 1984,
Oh.
which is pretty impressive. So I would say the cookie poll has a lot of cred, actually.
Wait, do you
This
eat
is what it comes down
the
to.
candidate? Do you eat the candidate that you're voting for, or do you eat the
Yes.
candidate that you don't want to vote for?
No, you eat the candidate that you're voting for.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they've predicted, like I said, they have predicted all but one election since 1984. Can you guess which election that was?
Trump.
Yeah, that's right. It was the 2020 election because, that was rigged or
Curious.
something, maybe, I heard. Something like
It's
that.
proof. It's proof. This is what it comes down to.
It's the cookies. It
cookies.
was always the cookies.
It
It's
was
the cookies,
always
man.
the
Cookies.
cookies.
What do the cookies mean?
It was always
What
the
was-
cookies. Always has been.
Dude, I just imagine some like old like gypsy witch who travels with the hero's party, and he just turns to her and is like, "What does the cookies say?" And she
I would
scrambles.
consult the cookies.
She scrambles around in her little leather bag and hucks a few cookies. It
The
says that
cookies
Trump's
tell
going to
me
win.
nothing.
The cookies say you are going to die. The cookies
Oh, no, bro.
spell doom.
What happens if you buy multiple cookies?
How does it work? Are you only allowed one cookie?
I really don't know.
Because I've just thought of an error. Like, what happens if I just buy like 30 cookies?
I don't know, but there is also a undecided cookie with a smiley face on it,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Interesting.
So I don't know exactly. Maybe they've got a system. Maybe it's just an honor system. I don't know. But currently, Trump is leading the cookie poll with 54% sold.
Oh my gosh. It's the cookies.
The cookies
Yeah,
have
baby.
spoken!
Guys, I'm rejecting all other polling from now on. The cookie poll is it for the Gas Mask podcast. That is where we get our polling is from the cookies.
The cookie poll is the most...
Obviously,
accurate,
I mean
obviously.
it's accurate. Obviously.
I mean, literally, the cookie poll is
Obviously.
more accurate than any journalist poll. Anyone. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, that's a ship with the line incoming. We need to kill this ship fast and then turn. Run.
The cookies
Run away.
reveal all.
Oh my god.
So anyway, basically, the cookies say that Trump is going to win unless he gets the election stolen from him again, or he gets assassinated.
It gets stolen from him and he's like, "Look at the cookies. It was me. It was rigged.
see these cookies over here.
Look at the cookies.
Look at the cookies. They're good cookies. I've heard that they're the best."
On one hand, it would suck because Trump lost. On the other hand, it'd be so funny.
Yeah, if he went down the cookie route, hilarious. The memes,
Dude,
fantastic.
Respect if he did.
Even if he wins, he can just go as the cookies foretold.
yes. I would
As
love
the
that his
cookies were
acceptance
told.
speech. He just raises his arms.
It was in the
As
cookies.
the cookies foretold. I would love that if that was the first thing he said. The cookie poll speaks truth.
I mean, if we have a safe and secure election with all the voting, then I will accept the results. But that's not looking like it's happening in certain
Yeah.
states. So
No, it's not going to be safe and
I don't know,
secure at all.
man.
He could still win, even though it's not safe and secure, though. Like,
yeah,
he
if
could
there's
just get by by
overwhelming
sheer
support,
numbers. So we'll see.
it shouldn't be like that though.
No, it shouldn't be like that. But hey, Vance, Vance had to have reeled a lot of people in after that debate. I mean, man. Those people are still undecided. You can imagine what they're thinking now.
Where you come from? What do you want?
Yeah.
That was a pretty strong decider. Pretty spectacular.
For sure.
Okay, so
Go.
here's an
don't
interesting
wanna be-
story. Albeit a very predictable one. It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, we knew this was happening, but this is confirmation. Proof, evidence, if you will. There is a non-binary Sweet Baby Inc. employee named Cameron
Oh,
Wild,
Oh no.
who has admitted his true goals, rather openly in a mask-off moment. Not that he had much of a mask to begin with.
Wait. You said he was trans?
Non-binary.
Oh well, that's his mask.
True enough. But it cannot mask
He's
the evil
undecided.
in his heart. Undecided. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's what we should call him from now on. The undecided peoples. Undecided voters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm non-binary. Oh, so you're an undecided voter? I see. So,
I'm non-binary.
It's
Oh,
really
you're not a
just what they-
computer?
Cameron Wild, which is totally his birth name, was at the Game Devs of Color
Damn, dude.
Expo,
Like-
which is unfortunately a thing. How
In
racist.
blackface.
It's so
And
stupid.
he led a presentation called How to Get Away with Murder, Subverting Genre Expectations.
Oh.
Yeah, straight up. No hiding anything there. And he had a little slideshow where he listed his goal in 3 bullet points next to a picture of the Sweet Baby Inc. logo with flames behind it, just to be edgy and cool. Trying to emulate the Elmo meme. So these are his 3 bullet points for the goals of Sweet Baby Inc. Number 1, we want cooler stories. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. With someone as terminally uncool as Cameron here, good luck with that. Number 2, a safer world. I don't see how you're going to do that, especially with the amount of people you've made angry. I mean, you made a Suicide Squad game. I don't know how that made the world safer. And number 3, which I kid you not is literally burning the games industry to the ground.
What?
That's what it says. And this is something we've talked about that a lot of people have denied, because it's like, okay, they're in the games industry, they make profit off the game industry, why would they try to destroy it? No, that's exactly what they're doing. It turns out these people are just that selfish and just that stupid. That one of their goals is just to burn the game industry to the ground because of all those disgusting white cis males.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, total mask off moment. It's totally what he wants. So if anyone wants to call you homophobic or sexist or whatever, just remember that when you said the gay non-binary guy who's, you know, one of the leading story guys on the Indiana Jones game couldn't possibly appreciate the coolness of Indiana Jones. You were right. You were right when you said that. And they can say whatever they want about you. And you were right. That guy does want to burn the Indiana Jones game to the ground. You were right to make that assumption off his appearance. Because there it is. That's number 3.
Oh, there we go.
It's number 3.
I'm back.
And so there you go. That's why video games are lame and gay, because they literally want to burn it to the ground. That's it. It's just that simple. And as hard as it is to believe, that's literally what they're saying. It's beyond parody at this point. That's what we accuse them of, and how they're just gonna own it. Evidently.
Down with the system.
Down with the syndrome.
Just like we thought. They never cared about video games in the first place. It was never about that. It was just about infecting the industry.
Yeah.
That's what it was all for.
Yeah, these people are all about
psychopaths. Like,
destroying the
just,
systems
like,
in
do
place.
something with your life.
Yeah.
Add
It's all
something
about
to
destroying the
society.
systems in place and down with the powers that be, but they have no constructive capabilities. It's just destroying things.
Evil
So that's their whole
cannot
ideology.
create. It can only
Pretty much.
destroy.
Hey, Tommy, have you done any of
or-
these Halloween events?
Huh?
Port Royal, and there's like a Halloween quest.
Oh, there's a Halloween quest on Port Royal?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's intended for parties levels 30 and up. I don't even know what level I am.
I'm 44.
We'll be fine.
You're 34.
I'm 31.
Oh, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, get over here. Just teleport
Uh,
to me. I'm staying by it.
Wait, could we get a? Could we destroy a Navy Vanguard ship first?
All right, I'm gonna go do my
It's
quest.
like the
then. Tell me
last
when
thing
you're
I
back.
need.
Yeah, just tell me
what-
when you're at the.
Where's that Navy Vanguard ship?
There's one towards Cuba. So behind us.
Why is there Blazing Saddles? Is this an ad? What is it?
No. So he went on and on about Blazing Saddles and why it's such a fantastic movie. Because he totally doesn't get it.
I'm so
he
confused.
He thinks that the racial humor is deliberately to put white people down, which is not true at all. And then he extensively compares it to Django Unchained, which is apparently this horrible movie. But he
What?
obviously doesn't understand either film at all. I mean, he's right.
Obviously
Blazing
not.
Saddles is great, but not for the reason he thinks it is. It definitely.
Yeah, it's just mocking and making fun and light of racism, basically. It's not
What
like
did you need?
it's not like being racist towards.
Huh?
It's not like it's depicting being racist towards white people. It's just like
Yeah, no.
racism as a bad not habit, but bad mentality.
Just tell me when you're in Port Royal, and we'll start the quest together.
But also racism can be funny. So this movie proves that.
Yeah.
But I like the
pretty good.
Django also.
What ship did you need again?
Yeah, Django
Jaeden?
Unchained
That's pretty
is
cool.
also super anti-racist. I mean, it's super anti-slave. I mean, it's about Django Unchained. It's in the bloody title.
Unchained.
It's all about him, becoming free and becoming a badass as a result. Like, we watched the same movie, right?
Yeah, and he's trying to like fight for family values and stuff. He's like, I need my wife,
My wife.
my nuclear family.
You need to turn more towards Cuba, I think.
What ship,
I can't
what
see
ship
past
did he
this
need?
stupid sail. Yeah. Just, like, go straight for Cuba as if you were trying to land there.
What
dead
type of
on.
ship do you need?
Vanguard.
Vanguard, that's what I wanted.
So it'll be a small one.
I completely forgot what it was called.
Fair enough.
I just started thinking ships again.
But I love that. He loves Blazing Saddles because he hates white people. I never thought that was a take I would hear. Ever. That's insane. That is some
Hilarious.
insane levels of projection. It's just, what a psychopath.
Having a little bit of a detour.
Build something with your life. Do something. You psychopath.
Oh my gosh, people get hired. These people get hired and are paid money for this.
Right.
Crazy. We truly live in a society.
Truly. You know, there's rumors that the new Assassin's Creed is being delayed on purpose.
Yeah.
It's probably true.
Not
They need to stop
Not that they make any
pumping
more,
out
but
Assassin's Creeds. That's what I'm saying. Just let the franchise die for
Yeah, they
like
haven't
10
made-
yeres,
They
and
haven't
then
made
do
money
like
for quite a while, and they keep insisting on it. It's like, give it up, dude.
just yeah, if you're gonna do something, wait like 10 years and then come out with an absolute banger. Like, see, we're back. Huh? Assassin's Creed, pretty good. Well, I don't I don't really know the timeline on Assassin's Creed, honestly. I could pull it up. There's been some good games
Stay on the
in
left
the
side
series,
of
but
Cuba.
yeah, I saw one before we hit that, so I know what it is.
Ah, good, excellent.
There's actually a few over here.
So, a sheriff in Whitesville, Kentucky, which is the name of a place.
Whitesville.
yes. Whitesville.
Whitesville, Kentucky.
Whitesville.
All right, excellent. We can now go home.
Whee! Go to Port Royal. Let's do the Halloween thing.
Anyway, he's a sheriff in Kentucky named Sean Steins, and he shot his
Your mom.
friend of 20 years, Judge Kevin Mullins, 8 times in the judge chambers.
Jeez.
Apparently, they were
I
having
heard about that.
dinner with some other people, and everything was going fine until at one point the sheriff was like, "Do I need to speak to you in your chambers?" Just very seriously. All of a sudden, the people at the dinner said that they have no indication of what the context was. To them, it seemed sudden. So he went in his chambers to talk. He executed the guy. And no motive has been ascertained
Like,
yet.
bang, bang, bang.
And the trial has not gone off long enough for us to get that yet. But it is rumored that
Maybe some infidelity.
it is rumored that it is related to Stein's daughter's number being in the judge's phone. Apparently, several calls were made
Where did you go, Tommy?
to
I'm
Steins'
sorry.
daughter from both Steins and the judge's respective phones while they were in the chamber. And one lawyer claims that Steins made an offhanded comment about a plan for his family to be kidnapped. I don't know how true that is. But that's something.
That's odd. A little strange. What are the ages of these people?
Is odd?
So
Is the judge like younger than the sheriff or
not by
whatever
much.
he was?
It's not a great age difference. I forget. But where is Did I just get a quest? I thought I got a quest. Figure out the magic word. I just guess I'll get a quest from this lady. Which character did you guys get a quest from?
Took place
I'm standing by him. So
after
just
the
you
county
can
sheriff
accept
shall
them
make
both.
you sign.
Okay.
So the sheriff was 43.
I don't know where Tommy went, but he's not here with
I'm
us.
selling things real fast.
Which one are we going after first?
I guess the first one.
Doesn't.
They look like they're in the same place.
So sheriff was 43. It doesn't tell me what the judge's
Which one of
age
you
was.
is Maximus?
That's
Me?
him.
It's me.
You look like Wolverine.
Hell yeah. Wait,
Which one are we going first?
the chick, Annie. Do you accept them both? But well, I guess yeah, it don't really matter too much. Look at that! I can make my hat match.
So we're just going for the one
My
that
hat matches my boots now.
just says a haunting in Hollowed Woods, right?
Yeah. Hey, look at my hat. Look
Okay.
at this. You ready?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, what the heck, bro? That is wild.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, no, Micah, I looked at an article from like 3 hours ago to make sure I was up to date on this case, and there was nothing.
Let's go.
Just rumors of the motivations. Probably has something to do with the daughter. That seems to be a reoccurring theme.
Yeah.
Well,
I
if the
heard
sheriff
that he
was
beating her
43.
or molesting the daughter, something like that, but there's not much evidence pointing to that.
Well, the sheriff was 43, so presumably the daughter is above 18. Presumably.
Huh?
That is
The sheriff
Not-
is
that
aged
is not a safe
43, so
assumption.
presumably.
that's not a safe assumption.
That's some bad math. 18.
Said presumably. Right.
He would have had to have been 25 when she was born.
So I mean, you could be right,
That's a
but I don't know that
fair
you can just
age
assume
to.
that.
Yeah.
But
It's-
most people don't have kids at 25. They have them late 20s. Like almost 30.
Which is 25.
25 is not late 20s. That is still mid
I'm not
20s.
saying it's. I'm not saying it's a solid. I'm just saying maybe. Potentially.
Perhaps.
I don't know how old the judge is.
But I mean, it's pretty
also-
serious for him to flip like that.
He looks.
To literally open the judge's phone, see something that horrifies him so greatly that he's like, blam, 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 right away.
Yeah.
I mean, wild stuff.
Dude, I just watched the video. What the heck?
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Very sudden.
Man just got executed.
it'll be pretty.
Easy haunted shop.
It's like, make sure you're dead. Yeah.
That's not it.
Well, if the daughter was underage, I'd say justice is served, I guess. You know,
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
seems
to
reasonable
see
enough.
if- help, guys! I didn't mean to piss this guy off. I think one of you guys did it. Help me!
Well, give me a second.
He's kidding me.
Just
What is going on?
I'm searching a ship.
He's a level 42. Screw you guys. Thank you.
Hey, I came back.
Oh, I thought you were Jensen. Never mind.
I'm in the wrong building. I don't know how to leave.
Where are we supposed to be going?
We're supposed to be going into a shop.
I got to investigate the haunted ship.
Oh,
That's what mine says too.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm just a retard. I read that as shop.
Does that mean killing people on the ship? I'm confused.
Yes, because you have to get to some points.
I'm coming.
Oh no, it doesn't. I'm searching the skeleton.
Well, yeah, you have to kill people to be able to do that without being attacked yourself.
Hey.
If
Oh my gosh.
I had no issues with them.
Yeah, you're a higher level.
Yeah, and
Well, we're gonna get good XP from this.
And I'm out.
The Secret
What
Lives of Mormon Wives.
happened?
That's a TV show.
What happened?
Yeah, that's disturbing. Oh, come on, die already. He's like,
Somebody doesn't
I don't
this
help
like
me.
little bit of
I'm
his
gonna-
health is not going down. What the heck?
Someone help.
He's
Someone
glitching
help.
out. He's invincible.
I'll be over there in a second. No, that's not what I meant to hit. I don't know how to cancel an
You
investigation.
son of a gun.
I'm going to die.
Not if I do first. Golly.
Tommy.
Back, you thug.
It's too late. The moment has
You-
been prepared for.
Micah, why aren't you helping
Oh, hey, I'm back.
us?
Micah left the game.
But we were having such fun discovering new things.
I'm trying to load back
He's trying
into the
to load?
game.
It's acceptable.
I just fell through the ship. No!
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Did
Maybe
you get
that's what
jumped?
we're supposed to do.
I am not doing well.
I'm gonna sell some things. I got too much junk.
And I'm knocked out. Again.
Oh, dang. Okay, I'll turn around.
I can't investigate because I'm like constantly getting
Dude,
freaking
why?
hit.
Ah! How dare
I
you.
saw that. I'm under the ship. Oh, I'm
I
in the
know.
hole.
I got you.
I'm in the hole.
Wait, what the heck?
I just want to investigate the three skeletons so we can leave.
Mm-hmm. They're responding too fast.
Yeah.
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, because you're a higher level.
Don't worry, some of these guys are red for me too.
Oh my gosh. And
Wait.
I'm knocked out again.
Drink a potion right when you get up.
Who just left?
I think Micah.
I'm still here.
Yeah, this is Micah. Did we say something? Did he not like? No, okay. The one healing me?
I'm trying.
I've got him.
I'm stuck. Crap. I'm trapped. Okay, there we go. I'm up.
Right, so right when you get up, drink a potion.
I need to buy more of these things.
All right,
Oh my god.
all right. That's two. I need two. I'm going up top to get the other two.
Yep. Have fun.
Wait, where's number 4?
I'm gonna die.
It's
Really
up top.
does not want me to sign in.
I got the 2 up top.
There's one back down here too.
There's 3 on top and 1 in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 on top. I only saw 2 up
Crate.
top.
It's a crate.
Oh, it's a crate. That would explain it. I was looking for another skeleton. So, for our... Oh, dang it, this guy. Leave me alone.
I'm on my way.
Sheesh. Oh. Man, they said this was for level 30 and higher. It kind of seems like it should be for 40 and higher. At least we're
What does
getting
the
good
other
XP.
quest for this say?
Hey, I leveled up my sword skill.
Oh, nice.
Oi.
Excellent.
Hey, the other quest wants us to speak to someone. Myrna?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna try to get these quests done at the same time.
Come on.
Oh no, this guy's gonna freak out. No. No!
Oh,
Frick.
no.
He one-shotted me as soon as I stood up. Not cool, bro.
I might go down here.
I'm coming.
I'm
I'm
down.
coming.
I'm going to jail. I'm not even.
Oh, he coming.
I need to sell a bunch of things, and I need
That's
to.
what I was doing before we came out here.
I need to do some upgrade. I haven't been following my upgrades at all because I've been talking. So Tommy, for our last segment, could you tell us what's going on with Israel and such adjacent problems?
Yes, actually. So, as we know, Operation Grim Beeper was a success.
Grim
Grim
Beeper.
Beeper, nice. Oh, I
Yeah.
like it.
And as such, Hezbollah responded by launching rockets, which didn't exactly
This is
go well.
huge.
Because, not a good idea to launch rockets. So Israel launched, countermeasures, anti-missile things. And one of the casings of their anti-missiles fell and crushed a Palestinian civilian.
Oh, oops.
So,
Oh, is that what I saw? Wow.
yes.
That is really something.
As such,
Wow, this is a crew.
decided that they are going to invade Lebanon because they wouldn't have had to, launch those countermeasures if Lebanon wasn't harboring Hezbollah and letting them launch, missiles into Israel. So they are doing what's supposed to be a couple-day, attack into Lebanon to destroy Hezbollah. So they started going in there, attacking Lebanon. And Iran decided to react and hop in because they've been funding Hezbollah through Lebanon and all in Lebanon and all of that fun stuff. Iran responded by launching missiles into Israel None of which that I don't believe any of which made it in. I might be wrong about that.
Oh,
Wowza.
But with the help of American air defense systems from aircraft carriers nearby as well, or aircraft carrier groups as well. The Aegis system once again proves that it is absolutely insane. But
of rocket lobbing.
yeah, because if you didn't know, ICBMs and such have different stages of being, or missiles like that have different stages of being launched, right? And different speeds, and depending on which stage you're in. Well, this the Aegis is capable of taking out Iran's ballistic missiles at their peak. So the highest level they are at, which is right at about the stratosphere level, which is also when they're moving the fastest, right around Mach 12 to 15, if not more. Right. And that is an insane feat to be able to do. Just so people are aware. Because it's easier to take out missiles when they are at the terminal phase, which is when they're just dropping back to the Earth. That's just the warhead at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They can't really move anymore, and it's easier to take them out when you're also, the target. It's easier to hit something when it's coming towards you instead of trying to throw another rocket at it and trying to guess what it'll be. But so what might be happening here is Iran has decided to escalate things with one of America's closest allies, which could lead to American intervention once more.
Epic. We're going back in, boys.
So we could be going into Iran, which, if you guys haven't seen, Habitual Line Crosser did a whole video on, in his series USA versus the world, right? We already did USA versus Iran, and it's just the US versus Iran. And we come out on top by quite a bit. It's not even close. Yeah.
How does the anti-missile system work? Do they just lob like mini missiles, or do they use like laser beams?
You just launch smaller missiles and rockets and stuff, and get them to explode in the air. Right?
And they can target those when they're going Mach 12.
Yeah, we can target our Minuteman II missiles with these. I know we're capable of targeting our Minuteman II and stuff, which are moving at Mach 22, Mach 23, something like that.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, and for people who don't know, the Minuteman II is a nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missile that we have basically all over the place here in the States.
Nice.
And as an ICBM, it can hit anywhere in the world, and it moves, fast. Hence the name, the Minuteman. And we are capable of shooting those missiles down. Because what we've learned is it's not just about the speed of the missile. It's about the maneuverability of it as well. Because it's much, much harder to shoot down a missile that's moving slower when it's got that wider range. Because if it's, hypersonic at its fastest, it's moving so fast it's actually causing plasma to form around it because it's beating into the air that hard. So any deviation can actually cause, rapid disassembly of the missile.
So it's easier to hit the straight target.
Yeah, because it can only go in a straight line. Even though it's moving fast,
flare on the front of it.
It's got less area for it to go, and we've seen that in Ukraine with our Patriot system shooting down their Russia's Kinzhal missiles, which are supposed hypersonic missiles, right? Hypersonic meaning it moves faster than Mach 6 the whole time, right? The Kinzel is not hypersonic. It's not moving over Mach 6 at its terminal phase. And the Patriot system, which was made, I believe, in either the late 70s, early 80s, off the top of my head, is able to take down Kinzel missiles quite easily. So there's that. Going to show just how big of a difference there is between, Russia and China and all of those technologies that they have versus the U.S. Because our technology from the 70s and 80s is better than what they have and are making now, which is an insane thought. Because compared to the Aegis system, the Patriot system is nothing, right? The Patriot system is good, but it's no Aegis. The Aegis system is basically air defense Skynet for the Terminator nerds out there. Yeah, the Aegis is actually capable of saying, "Hey, we're part of you're part of an aircraft carrier group, right? This ship has these missiles, but I noticed this ship is closer with better armament to take out this incoming missile," and automatically does
lost.
it without human input.
I don't know. You lose that poker, you die. What?
So Aegis is going to kill the entire planet eventually, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's able to connect to aircraft as well. So like aircraft can have their missiles launched without input from the pilot. To take out.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So the Aegis system is legitimately like space magic as far as air defense systems go.
Fabulous.
So yeah, basically Israel went, Hezbollah, screw you, blew up all of the beepers of the Operation Grim Beeper, blew up all of their pages, blew up all of their radios, right? And as such, Hezbollah launched missiles. Israel didn't like that, said no, shot him down. Piece of an anti-air or anti-missile defense thing fell onto a Palestinian citizen, a Palestinian, which Israel still counts as an Israeli citizen. Said, that's not okay. This wouldn't have happened if you guys didn't launch missiles. We're just going to get rid of Hezbollah, which is the second time they've tried this. They've invaded Lebanon before. It did not go well for them last time they did that. But we will see what goes on this time. And Iran didn't like this, so they launched missiles into Israel, which is, bad idea.
So that's an actual country, like, basically declaring war on Israel.
Oh, it's just a straight up declaration of war. And because Iran's been, funding, Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis and all of these other terrorist organizations in the Middle East. Right? The Taliban, all of that stuff, right? That now that they've actually, done something themselves as their own country, we could go into, Iran and just scorched earth, actual warfare. Like we could, in theory, Congress could declare war on Iran for attacking Israel, a close ally,
and then take the country of Iran.
Yeah, it would be kind of like it'd be war that we haven't seen since World War II. It's actual war.
I just hope if we get involved that we actually take the land.
You wouldn't want that land, but
I don't care.
A lot more work than what's worth,
Either
right?
you take the land or you make it inhabitable for everyone. Drop a nuke on it, whatever you got to do.
Nukes are only for the uneducated minds.
Dude, I don't care, man. They can't hide in the holes if everything is made out of glass.
But they don't have to hide in the holes because there's actual leadership here. Unlike with a terrorist organization, there's an actual government, actual country here.
Dude, back in the day, when you go to war with somebody, you take the land over. We need to return. Simpler times, man.
then you have to maintain it, and it costs more money. You have to re-educate all those citizens,
So?
and it's more pain
America's
than
super rich. Just print the money.
Oh
Do
my
not print
gosh,
money.
Micah.
Print the money, man.
You
No.
cannot print more money. That's what that's what your
Money printer go
Constitution.
burr, dude.
But then on another note, China had one of their nuclear submarines sink. One of their brand new nuclear submarines sank to the bottom of the
Oh.
Yangtze River.
Oh no, bro.
Yeah. It's supposed to, counter our Seawolf and Virginia class nuclear attack subs. And for those of you that don't know, those subs are absolutely insane. And this submarine was in the dock. It was docked, attached to a dock, and sank. It wasn't just underwater and it couldn't surface again. No, it was above the surface of the water and just sank to the bottom of the Yangtze River. And
Dang.
the Chinese tried to hide it by putting barges and stuff over it. We still saw it because it's hard to hide a submarine under the river. So we asked the Chinese delegate, here in the States, just like, hey, do you guys need help with that sunken submarine, stuff like that? He said, we do not know I don't know what you're talking about. Just, avoiding the question, saying Chinese stuff doesn't do that.
China.
Not only can you get Chinesium off of Temu and Wish, you can find it at the bottom of the ocean with Chinese military equipment as well.
Fun.
What?
Yeah. That's your world news and war. The Russia-Ukraine war is still going on. Still interesting.
Yippee.
So, did the Chinese people inside the sub die? Or are they just chilling there?
Since it sank, if there's anyone in there, they're dead.
Nice.
The character is glitching and he's
That's-
like levitating. He's moving without moving his legs. Pretty cool.
Can't they just pretend like it didn't exist? It's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
It's a naked guy.
That's crazy.
Whoa! Hey, Micah, did you know that you're naked under your
Did-
clothes?
I know.
Disgusting.
Oh. For real?
Yeah, you're really indecent, Micah. Under your clothes.
I'm
On
sorry.
the stream. We talked
On the
about this.
stream,
I'm
you are
too
naked
toned.
under your clothes on the stream, Micah.
I'm too toned and fit. Let me show everybody.
Yeah, can't you hear
Oh,
the
my
six-pack
six-pack.
abs?
It's just rippling.
The audience can tell. Like, oh, that Micah. So shredded.
But yeah, I think the strategic advantages you get from just having land there is just priceless, in my opinion. Just have literally all of
I mean,
all of the land be like military outposts.
We'd probably do what we did with Japan and Germany in World War II, right?
No, that's cringe. Orange.
Oh. Then you don't have to fight an insurgency afterwards either. So,
We deport them all.
to where? Where do you
don't
deport
Zimbabwe.
people? Where do
Yeah.
you deport people when you conquered their country? They don't
We'll
have
put the
all-
Haitians in Ohio. Or we'll put the
You need
wait,
people
I
in the
guess they're
country.
Iranians. We need put all the Iranians in Ohio.
Ohio.
For the memes.
Oh.
There's
Ohio?
definitely Haitians there, aren't they?
What?
Yeah. In Ohio.
Aren't they dumping Haitians in Ohio?
Yeah.
It's like the dumping ground.
About 20,000 of them.
No, if we don't like the country, then we deport them there. You just airdrop them in with parachutes.
I don't think you
I think
should
it's a good idea.
deport the people of a country you took over. You kind of need them for the country to work. To keep.
Well, yeah,
your
but they're
country,
not
you know what I
gonna
mean?
accept America's laws and cultural norms, so they gotta go.
How do you control? The other thing is, how do you control a country when you're not connected to them? They're on the other side of the world. You run into the same
Dude, we're
issue.
connected to a bunch of different countries through different military outposts.
Through
Yeah,
magic.
but you're still running into the same issues that, you know, England had during the Revolutionary War, right? They're on the other side of the world. You can't really invoke as much control that way. You spread your
Yeah, well,
resources.
England is not half. England is not an entire continent, so
England had the most powerful military in the world at the time.
yeah, at the time. Now we have the high ground and the oceans.
Yeah, but they got your
I
mother.
think we could do it.
What do you smoke?
Well,
Are you an imperialist? Do you think we should
Uh,
take over the world?
no. I think if you get
That would
involved
be
with the
fun, though.
war, okay. So
So you agree it would be
I agree.
fun.
Okay, so if you're, it would be fun, but it would backfire, like Tommy is saying, because basically, England did the same thing. They expanded, and then they expanded too much, kind of like the Romans and stuff like that. Expanded
Roman.
way too much. Have
Every empire ever.
right? You have a ever expanding empire so much that it kind of dissolves, the infighting, and you have all this craziness. Now that wouldn't happen here because it's just a small area of land, and America is like not an entire continent, but like half of a continent. Basically, we have crazy air superiority, technology out the wazoo. We got the global economy in our back pocket because we print all the dollar bills, baby. All the nukes. We got all the military power.
All the
You saying we
things.
can't manage? We can't manage a little territory in the Middle East? I just don't believe it. I really don't.
I
Yeah,
really wish I knew
imperialism
what you smoked.
doesn't work.
I think there's something more in that tobacco of yours, man. There's gotta be something.
Maybe just a little gram of
Jaden, I
coke.
need a third opinion.
Just a little gram of coke in his tobacco.
I'm gonna be honest here. I zoned out halfway through. I had no idea what he's arguing.
Um.
Bad.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, yeah, Mikey, you know my views on this. I mean, I'm no imperialist. You know, I like America to just kind of take care of itself and screw everybody else. You know, other than allies who are benefiting us. And I emphasize that allies who are benefiting us, because we got some that are.
Israel is a strong
Oh
ally of
boy.
the US.
But I mean, I agree in the sense that, like, I mean, you could think of like Afghanistan, where we pulled out and it went to shit and it was all for nothing. So I mean, I'm all for protecting investments, and I think
Right.
that there could definitely be times where that could look like us just saying, okay, this is obviously, you obviously can't govern yourself, so we're gonna, if we're gonna save you, we agree that that we're in charge, because that's what should have happened in Afghanistan. They obviously couldn't, even with all our help and all our weapons or all these infrastructure and things, they couldn't handle themselves. So we should have just said, all right, this is our territory now, and so that we're not losing lives and money and resources and time and all this just so it can be bulldozed by terrorists.
My argument is just look at what we did with West Germany and Japan after World War II. we put so much time and effort into rebuilding them over decades. Like, so, and nowadays they are strong. Japan's a strong ally, stronger ally.
I mean, yes, Japan was a good investment. I agree on that.
Germany's.
Yeah, it's okay.
It depends
So-so.
on
Germany's
the.
kind of whack now.
But
Yeah, but they don't have the Constitution, so invalid.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's certain situations. Obviously, there are people we helped pick up where they did very well on their own, and we have good relations. You know, we still got bases in Japan and stuff, and that's great. But there are other examples where that did not go so well. So I could meet Micah halfway here and say, yeah, well, maybe there are times where that would be the better option.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm saying if we go in and we're at war with them, then that's what needs to happen. Otherwise, it's just pointless. It's pointless.
Or we go in, overthrow their government with a massive show of force. Just massive stick out, right? Speak quietly, carry a big stick. Well, we've got the biggest of sticks, and just destroy their government, and then just go, don't do this again, and they probably won't for a while, for a long time. I mean,
it's just not. It's just okay. In my opinion, that's nonsensical because you're gonna overthrow the entire government. Everything's gonna be in chaos, and then you just leave it blank for all the terrorists and all of the people that come back in and make it the same.
Yeah, leave it for a power
as
grab.
Before. No. Yeah.
That's up to them.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's where it's.
No, it's not because you just defeated them.
Yeah, that's where it's a poor investment because you defeated them just for it to become a Hydra where another head appears. You want to?
Do you think they're going to?
Why did we go in the first place?
Getting eviscerated?
Yes.
How stupid?
Yes, they do it all the time.
Micah,
they're very stupid.
Micah, you're thinking of the Taliban.
That was a close one.
Get careful, Tony.
I was going to say a curse word. Right?
You actually are allowed to swear on this podcast.
I know, but
that means I'm gonna have punch through the
Taliban and a terrorist.
He doesn't want digital punching.
Comes out.
Right, my brother in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
You're also saying just print more money. That does not work. What is it?
Yeah, well, that was sarcastic. I'm not serious about that.
And legitimately,
yeah,
we can't control that area. It's just
of course you can.
How? What do you do?
Dude, you've been explaining for the last 15 minutes on the superiority of the American military, and you're like, how do we protect this little piece of land? I don't know.
Little? Iran is
maybe
not
with
little.
Guns.
How many boots
compared
on the ground
to
do you have
America
to control an entire population? Because we don't have that many.
I don't know.
We don't have enough. To control a population, it takes more than just planes and tanks and everything else. You have to have people and boots on the ground, and you cannot maintain that.
I think you can.
With what? We don't have enough soldiers.
I mean, if not the entire land, at least the middle of the land.
Just to be clear,
and then you branch out from there.
I just want to be clear. You're free to keep arguing, but just so that we know what the terms are. I mean, we can obviously agree this is case by case. So we're specifically arguing about Iran, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go. Keep going. Just wanted to make sure.
Or don't.
Or don't.
There's like awkward silence there.
So, yeah.
Iran.
Iran.
Yeah, I mean,
335 million people as of their last
At
census.
least the you see.
We have 333 million people in our population, but that we only have like what 1.5 million in our entire military. We don't have enough people to have that many boots on the ground to control that country. We just don't.
Unless more people.
Just have more people.
Cool.
See, the plan is
don't know.
everybody has a lot
Sure.
of sex, and then.
I mean, there's like probably ton.
Oh, he's cutting out. Micah?
Yeah.
Micah?
Micah?
Micah, are you there? Can't hear you, Micah.
Micah?
Micah, where'd you go?
Micah, don't leave me.
Consent.
Micah, can you hear me?
I think I heard him say. I think I heard him say conception. I hope that's what he said. That would be very funny.
I don't know what happened to him. I think we lost the lad.
Micah, slow down. We can't hear you. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. My character got stuck for a second there.
But to continue, I am. Do I continue? Do I wait for Micah?
I guess it depends on whether you want it to be rebutted or not.
I'd like it to be.
Oh,
But-
well then you should probably wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about... I don't think I know enough about Iran to have much of a sword in this fight. Hello? Hello?
Hello into the void.
Earth to Micah. That's weird. I wonder why he's cutting out like that.
Can't hear the lad.
Hello.
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 Oh, there he is.
So-
Where did you go?
Say something
Yeah.
more
I have
than
come.
hello so that we can
Yes.
make sure.
Oh,
Oh, he's coming. Okay.
he's gonna come.
All right, Micah's back. Continue.
Yes.
So Iran has like 90 million people,
I
right?
come.
And their population.
Oh.
We have 334, almost 335 million in ours, right? But we only have like 1.5 million people or something like that in our military. If that. Right?
Yes.
We do not have the numbers to forcefully control that population. Right? And
Sure we do.
and it's spread over like 1.65 million, like 1,650,000 square kilometers. Like, that's a ninth of the size of the U.S., right? That's like trying to control Texas with
Mhm.
more people. It just
Yeah, I think it can be done.
how?
Okay, so my attack strategy, you go for the heads of the government, right? You take that over. If they got like a main city type thing where they do all their
Yeah.
economy type
The
deal,
capital.
right? Seize that. You seize all the means of production, right? You do all that type of stuff. Very key locations. Set up a bunch of military outposts with guns, right? And you'd be like, hey, do you want to be an American citizen? And they say, yes. Be like, okay, well, you fill out this form, you know, you put your hand on your heart, you know, like, I swear that I will uphold the Constitution, right? They say no, then they get deported.
Where do you deport?
You point a
someone?
gun at them.
Where do you deport
I
them?
said Said you airdrop them. Maybe in China. Airdrop them to China. I think that would work out well.
That's now
They
you're
start
committing more crime.
fighting.
It would
You've
certainly
just committed
be
a war
funny.
crime.
No. It's a gift. It's a gift.
No, that's a
Yeah.
war crime.
I found some coconuts.
No.
Hee hee. I got all 8 coconuts.
Okay. Well, airdrop them in the middle of the ocean. I don't know. Anyway,
That's also a crime.
so key areas, right? You keep that open, and then war of attrition comes in over and over again, and you keep building up on top of those key outposts, right? You make little towns of America. Basically like Afghanistan, but better. Because America. Boom.
You're still talking. So many things were wrong there. One, how do you control the means of production? What are the means of production? How do you control food? How do you get supplies? How do you keep the boots on the ground there? Because you can't keep your entire military in that country. Like, yeah, I said the U.S. military is probably like 1.5 million people. Realistically, we could probably keep 300,000 there at any one time. And that number doesn't include, like,
What?
Right.
a lot of those are
Lied
non-combatant
to me.
military positions too, right? So you could probably put 200,000 or 300,000 people there at any one time. We don't. The U.S. is the best country in the world at supplies, at having a solid supply line. We could not forcefully maintain a country of that size. It just
Well,
doesn't-
Israel's connected to Iran, right? Or close.
No. Relatively, they're part of the
No.
Middle East, but they're separated by like 3 countries.
3 countries?
Iran is right beside India. Basically.
So Israel is not connected directly to Iran.
No. Iran violated several countries'
Heck.
airspaces to launch these missiles.
Dang it. Alright, so there's going to be a detour in my plan. We take over the corresponding territories that connect to Iran. Then we make a gigantic highway that is walled on both sides with sentries.
Wow, that's a
Then
lot
we
of
haul
work.
in the supplies from Israel to Iran. Hey,
So we invade other countries that
war
had
takes time,
nothing
bro.
to do with this. How do we not come out as the bad guys
Yeah.
here?
Kind of seems
I-
morally wrong.
You know what? Nah, it's just business, dude. It's just, it's just
not
business.
personal. It's just business.
It's the war machine, man. What are you gonna
Yes. Let me just,
Second Empire?
let us just go through Syria and Iraq, or Jordan, Iraq,
That'd be tough.
right? Possibly Saudi Arabia, or like parts of Lebanon. Like, you'd have to
Both pretty whack
conquer.
countries.
We were already in Iraq. Why would we go back?
To do it better the second time.
Gosh.
And you've got Afghanistan right beside Iran, which we know Afghanistan
knew,
and
bro.
Iran are kind of close, since Iran helped hide the Taliban. Like, this isn't a war you win. Like that.
I think
This
it
isn't
is.
your grandpa's war.
We'll win.
You're thinking
We got Skynet on our side. Okay, I think we're gonna be all right.
it's an air defense system, though. It defends against the missiles.
What if we put the air defense system in the air and pointed at the ground.
That's not how things work.
I thought it was pretty funny.
It's like the
Almost.
Cuba.
The best bet for
Yeah,
us is
it's
the best bet for us for invasion
it's
is
like
a
You're cutting out again, Micah.
the shield when they
No, we're not hearing anything.
to
so the best bet for an invasion to work. Right, like I said, HLC already did a nice video on this one. Is we're relatively close with Turkey, right? We could send army
that lag out again.
through
Yeah.
Turkey, go through that way. We have to put the Navy in the Persian Gulf, in the Gulf of Oman. Right? And the Marines are going to have the hardest job. They're taking the mountains, blocking Iran from going into Afghanistan and Pakistan, right? We have to block them and keep them from going into those mountains. So the Marines are going to go there because the Marines are pretty good at, fighting outnumbered and doing stuff like that. They go pretty crazy, right? And then, we just hammer and anvil it, right? We have the army go forward and meet the Marines over there and crush the Iranians that way.
Interesting.
And then after that, we kind of just have to try and put the country back up, kind of like we did with Germany and Japan. And hope. Like,
That's your game plan, huh?
well, we can't really maintain it. It's on the other side of the world. Like, it'd be one thing if we were neighboring countries like with Mexico or Canada or something, because that's easier to maintain. It's right there. But putting something so far away on the other side
If
of
he
the
could hear
world,
you right now, he would be advocating for the takeover of Mexico.
like on the other side of the world, in an area where we are the enemy, where you've got Iraq and Afghanistan on either side, and Pakistan, and they all hate us. That just doesn't go well. We can't maintain that. It's not just us trying to maintain our end. We've got other countries trying to make sure we don't maintain it either.
It's very interesting. Interesting plan. Such fun.
And you've got Russia relatively nearby too.
Well, I think this got out of hand. So, any final thoughts, gents, before we shut this one down?
What did you think of Zelensky meeting with Trump?
Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. Not sure what that's about.
I think
Which
he
is
knows
partially what makes it interesting.
who's gonna win.
Yeah, it could be,
Election.
because I mean, he gets all his. I mean, he doesn't get any of his backing or his money from the conservatives largely, so it's pretty interesting
So
that he would build that relation. So I mean, he must be either being careful or maybe he really is identifying the winning side.
yeah.
I mean,
Before I
it's smart.
forget, if you're feeling suicidal or having a tough time, call 988, the suicide help hotline. Get help. Do better for yourself. You're loved. Just do what you can. Stay in the fight. And then, on a more positive note, learn how to cook and clean. Learn how to keep a clean house.
Clean
Learn
your
how to
room.
pick up. Yes.
Wash
Clean,
your clothes.
please.
Because if you don't wash your clothes, you're it's how you track filth into everywhere and into other people's houses who they're trying to keep clean. It's
Learn how to cook,
something
learn
to
how to
be.
clean, and
Yep,
learn personal hygiene.
that is the most
Have
important thing you can do.
it's. I know I'm typically giving out much harder skills every week, but you gotta hit the
But
basics
staying
sometimes.
clean shouldn't be that hard.
No, it shouldn't be. So that's why I'm saying these are just the basics. Learn how to do the basics before you tackle anything complicated. Right? Be self-sufficient. Be able to take care of yourself. So, yep. That's all I have.
All right. Pretty solid, man. Yeah, I guess if you made it to the end of this podcast, you can comment if you're listening on YouTube. What do you think, guys? What was the standout of the night?
Print more money.
Yeah, comment, print more money. It's the solution to everything, don't you know? You can print more money, you can nuke people. Easy peasy.
Remember, if your solution to everything is to nuke them, you're taking the unintelligent
Can't move.
solution.
Can't move.
All right. Thanks for listening.